Also ich gehe mit ihr jetzt gleich mal mit beim Probeschwimmen. Okay, sie geht. I'm so sorry.
Herzlich willkommen, liebe Hochsprungfreundinnen und Hochsprungfreunde. Mein Name ist Agnes Christner und als Sportbürgermeisterin der Stadt Heilbronn begrüße ich Sie ganz herzlich gemeinsam mit meiner Kollegin Karin Schüttler, der Leiterin des Schulkultur- und Sportamts, und meinem Kollegen Altin Zegrova, dem Leiter unserer Sportabteilung. Ich überbringe Ihnen auch gerne die herzlichsten Grüße meines Oberbürgermeisters Harry Merkel, der es sehr bedauert, dass er heute dieses tolle Event nicht live verfolgen kann. Wenn ich mich jetzt so umschaue, meine Damen und Herren, habe ich den Eindruck, ganz viele von Ihnen waren gestern schon da. Das wollen wir jetzt einfach mal gucken. Die gestern schon da waren, kurz mal aufstehen, bitte. Fantastisch, vielen Dank. Und ich glaube, das ist eine der 3 wesentlichen Auszeichnungen für unser Meeting hier. Sie, die Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer, die gestern begeistert die Athleten über die Latte getragen haben mit ihrem Ansporn und bis zum Schluss zur Siegerehrung geblieben sind. Das ist ganz, ganz großartig. Deshalb schon im Voraus ein herzliches Dankeschön. Sie machen das heute sicher ganz genauso perfekt. Ich glaube, was das internationale Hochsprungmeeting in Heilbronn weiter auszeichnet, ist einfach die grandiose Location hier zwischen unserem Rathaus und der Kilianskirche. Ich glaube, das ist schon was ganz Besonderes. Und die dritte Besonderheit ist, dass dieser Wettbewerb ganz überwiegend ehrenamtlich vorbereitet, durchgeführt und organisiert wird. Und ich glaube, das ist für eine hochkarätige Sportveranstaltung wie diese durchaus keine Selbstverständlichkeit. Und ich habe das Privileg, von meinem Bürofenster aus hier den Aufbau beobachten zu können. Und abgesehen davon, dass ich das Gefühl habe, das geht jedes Jahr schneller, bin ich immer wieder überrascht, wie viele Menschen sich hier einbringen, beim Aufbau helfen und dafür sorgen, dass wir heute diese tolle Kulisse haben. Aber das eigentliche Team, das vorbereitet, organisiert und sich die Gedanken macht, wie wir diesen Wettbewerb hervorragend über die Bühne bringen, steht jetzt neben mir. Und ich denke, Sie stehen nicht gerne im Rampenlicht, das weiß ich. Aber ich glaube, heute haben Sie es einfach mal verdient. Rose Just Escott. Niki Seethaler. Stuck, Jakob Denzel, Thomas Mohn und Andreas Werner. Und dann ist es mir aber auch noch wichtig, den Mann zu erwähnen, ohne den wir die tollen Athletinnen und Athleten nicht hier hätten. Günther Eisinger. Meine Damen und Herren, ich wünsche uns allen einen spannenden Wettbewerb und wir haben ja nicht nur das internationale Hochsprungmeeting hier, sondern wir sind ja auch Teil der Watch Gravity Tour. Dank Mutter Spashim, der das ins Leben gerufen hat und gestern auch hier gesprungen ist. Wir denken, er wird nachher auch noch, ja, er ist schon da. Wir sind sehr, sehr dankbar, dass wir mit Banska in der Slowakei, mit Monte Carlo, mit Doha in einer Reihe stehen und freuen uns sehr. Nochmals herzlichen Dank, Mr. Baschen. Ich wünsche uns nun allen einen beeindruckenden Wettbewerb. Dear athletes, thank you for coming to Heilbronn. It's a pleasure for us to have you here in our beautiful city and we wish you the best of luck for the competition. Vielen Dank.
Ja, liebe Agnes, vielen lieben Dank für deine Worte. Ich fange jetzt heute mal, bevor ich mit der Begrüßung anfange, ganz kurz mit einem wichtigen Hinweis an. Weil ihr habt natürlich meine Rede jetzt ein bisschen durcheinander gebracht, dass so viele von gestern da sind, was uns natürlich total freut. Aber jetzt muss ich ein bisschen umdisponieren. Aber wenn ihr gestern schon da wart, wisst ihr ja auch, dass es gestern schon Eis gab. Und es gibt auch heute wieder Eis. Und es wird vielleicht nicht für alle reich, aber lasst vielleicht Kids vor. Wer gestern noch keins gehabt hat, sagt auf, er hat noch keins gehabt. Wir werden es wieder verteilen. Danke Eugen von Mauritius nebenan, der uns die ganze Woche schon verköstigt hat. Der gesagt hat, ich möchte auch was tun, ich möchte das Publikum auch verköstigen. Vielen, vielen Dank, das ist eine ganz coole Aktion. So, aber jetzt geht's los. Herzlich willkommen zum zweiten Tag des 4. Internationalen Hochsprungmeetings in Heilbronn. Ganz herzlich willkommen zum zweiten Finale der World Gravity Tour über die Welt. Die Agnes hat es gesagt, wir sind an 4 Stationen, nächstes Jahr hoffentlich an 5. Ich habe es Ihnen gestern schon gesagt. Es gibt nächstes Jahr eine Indoor-Tour, es gibt eine Outdoor-Tour. Also wir expandieren und wachsen weiter und ich glaube, das ist unheimlich schön und was uns ganz, ganz besonders freut. Und Sie haben gestern so eine perfekte Stimmung gemacht. Heute, ganz ehrlich, ich habe noch nie, und ich bin jetzt schon lange in Eberstadt und Heilbronn dabei und das ganze Team hat noch nie so viele Menschen beim Frauenwettkampf gesehen. Und ich finde, es ist einfach eine wirkliche Kulisse. Vielen Dank. Wir freuen uns heute auf ein extrem hochkarätiges Frauenfeld. Wir haben weder Kosten noch Mühen gescheut. Aber es gibt halt einen, die Agnes hat schon gesagt, für das, dass die Jaroslava heute da ist, dass die Kollegin Pettersen da ist, dass wir so ein Feld haben, ohne dich keine Chance. Vielen lieben Dank dafür und macht bitte ganz, ganz lang weiter so. Und ich kann auch nicht müde werden, einfach unsere 2 Hauptsponsoren mit der Schwarzgruppe und mit der Kreissparkasse zu erwähnen. Wir machen das alles im Ehrenamt, aber wenn jetzt solche Firmen hinter uns stehen würde das finanzieren, würde uns die Möglichkeit geben, hier das alles zu organisieren, dann würde das nicht gehen. Da möchte ich einfach sagen, vielen, vielen Dank, dass ihr so hinter uns steht und bleibt bitte lang bei uns. Genau alle, die Sie hier in der Arena sehen, die Werbe, die sind verlässliche Partner, das kann ich Ihnen ganz sicher sagen. Wenn Sie Investitionen haben, wenn Sie einkaufen gehen demnächst, gehen Sie da vorbei, weil wenn Sie da einkaufen, das unterstützt auch uns und es ist natürlich hervorragend und da möchten wir uns ganz herzlich bedanken. Ja, ich bin sicher, der Harry guckt heute Livestream. Ich hoffe, das hat er gestern auch schon getan. In der Stadt Heilbronn, in seinem wohlverdienten Urlaub. Agnes Trischner, Altin-Sikova, Karin Schüttler, das sind unsere Partner in der Stadt. Ohne die könnten wir gar nicht auf den Marktplatz gehen, weil da wären nämlich gestern hier Marktplätze. Wir sind in der Büro-WG beim Altin, das macht unheimlich viel Spaß. Man hilft uns, wo man kann. Wir sind Partner auf Augenhöhe und das gefällt uns total. Vielen lieben Dank für eure Unterstützung und wir versprechen euch, wir machen genauso weiter. Gestern haben wir noch die Bande gesucht von unserem Hauptverein, der TSG Heilbronn. Heute haben wir sie gefunden. Mitte drin, vorne drin. Marcel Hetzer, Kurt Bauer, vielen Dank, dass ihr uns auch als Sponsoren unterstützt, dass ihr uns mit Rat und Tat unterstützt, dass ihr immer da seid, wenn wir euch brauchen. Ihr seid wirklich ein Wahnsinnsteam hinter uns und danke dafür. Wir machen genauso weiter. So, und jetzt ganz zum Schluss, aber nicht last but not least, bei der Bedankung unserer Helfer. Alle hier in diese ich habe es immer noch nicht ganz raus, lemonfarbenen T-Shirts. Ohne die können wir das nicht machen. Die werden sie nachher alle noch bei der Siegerehrung sein. Nachdem sie gestern auch schon da waren, werden sie hoffentlich heute auch wieder so lang bleiben. Und dann werden sie hoffentlich unsere Helfer auch noch mal richtig beklatschen können. Es sind so um die 120 Jugendliche bis ins hohe Alter, die uns hier helfen, aufbauen, abbauen. Wir helfen jeden Tag irgendwas zu erledigen in der Arena. Ohne euch, Jungs und Mädels, vielen Dank, dass ihr da seid, dass ihr das macht für uns. Alles in Ehre, alles super. Aber nicht nur die TSG hilft uns, auch der TSV in der Gruppenbach mit der Spitze, dem Thomas Trocher, organisiert das Catering im Innenbereich, auch ohne die könnte man das alles nicht machen. Und wenn sie nachher rausgehen, ich hoffe, sie haben sich schon gestärkt vorhin, wenn sie rausgehen, bringen sie, essen sie was. Die Firmen, die uns da helfen, die sind auch ganz arg dankbar. Vielen lieben Dank an euch vom TSV. Ja, und gestern habe ich Ihnen erzählt, wir hatten kein Programmheft. Und da ich ja gestern schon alle da war, muss ich das jetzt nicht nochmal alles erklären, dass das ziemlich schwierig war, dass man es bestellt hat und nicht da war. Die Niki hat sich unheimlich viel Mühe wiedergegeben, wochenlang wirklich dran gearbeitet. Wir brauchen das auch für unsere Sponsoren. Ich habe es heute in der Hand. Jeder kann es sehen, aber ohne die Firma Kohn in Heilbronn und beim Mediamarkt, ohne den Oliver Schmidt, hätte man das nicht geschafft. Der hat bis heute Morgen um 4:30 gedruckt. Das ist Zusammenhalt, weil ganz ehrlich, das ist Heilbronn, das ist die Region Franken. Menschen, die einfach machen und nicht fragen, das sind die Menschen, mit denen wir unheimlich gern zusammenarbeiten. Vielleicht müssen wir das einfach hier wieder tun, einfach mal mehr tun, wie Fragesteller und rumlamentieren. Dann wird es auch wieder was. Bevor ich jetzt weitermache, übergebe das Wort an die.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the European athletics coverage of this Hochsprung Heilbronn competition here this afternoon. It is only women's high jump we will be seeing this afternoon. We saw the men compete yesterday. Brilliant competition. 4 men tied at 2.25 meters. So it's set to be a brilliant competition here this afternoon. We have 12 competitors. 4 of these women have gone over that 2-meter barrier, which is an incredibly world-class height. So we'll be seeing them in action in 5 to 10 minutes' time. As you can see, we're getting some introductions here, but this is a high jump only competition. This is only the 4th time this competition has been running, but this particular square has a bit of history with hosting multiple high jump competitions throughout the years, I think dating back to the 1980s. So there is a rich history. They are really proud to host this competition, with it being high jump only. And if this is a high jump only meet, so we have been seeing recently a lot of athletics competitions being brought to the streets. We see a lot of pole vault, a lot of high jump, a lot of shot put, long jump. When you're in an athletic stadium, sometimes the field events can get lost. The spectators, the fans are so far away from the field events, whereas you can literally see how close the spectators and the fans are to this high jump competition. And not only is that amazing for the spectators, but it just gives those athletes a boost. It gives them something else. There's music blaring, the atmosphere is generally very, very electric. And of course, that just improves performances for the athletes. As we now are introducing the athletes, there are 12 athletes competing here today, and I'm assuming that we are going to get them introduced in reverse order. So that is Dorothea Gantert of Germany. She has a personal best of 189. Progressions do go through 190 today, so that will be something she's focusing on, to try and get over 190 for the first ever time in her career. We do have 3 Germans in this high jump competition today. They will have the home crowd behind them, and this is Joanna Herrmann of Germany. She has a personal best of 191. Nice amount of women in this field today. Sometimes if you see a competition with more than 14, 15 athletes, it can be very long and it's not performance conducive for the athletes to be waiting around, but 12 athletes is really perfect. This is Joanna Göring of Germany. She is one of Germany's exciting young high jump talents. She has a personal best of 192, has kind of burst on the scene in the last year or so. She is still young, so much potential. Next up from Italy, with a personal best of 192 also, is Asia Tavernini. Just been in Birmingham for the European Championships. We are getting to the end of this outdoor season for some of these athletes. Probably is only a couple of weeks left for competitions. Next up from Hungary, PB of 194, Liliana Bathory. This really is a great field they've put together for this women's high jump competition. As I mentioned, 4 of the women are over 2 meters. Most of the women over 190. It really is a high standard competition that we are going to be witnessing this afternoon, which is incredibly exciting. Lots of women very, very close together with their personal best, which will make for an excitingly competitive competition, as we see the Czech high jumper Michaela Huber, 196 personal best, extensive experience at both European and World Championship level.
Persönliche Bestleistung 1,96 Meter, was aktuell die U18 Bestleistung in der Welt ist.
Next up from Estonia, also with a personal best of 196. Carmen Bru, she is a bit of a childhood protege. She still is incredibly young. She's only 16 years old when she won the World Under-20 title, and that was only back in 2022, so 4 years ago. Still only 20 years old and a personal best of 96. Big future prospect in this event. The next athlete from the USA, Charity Hufnagel, another person with a personal best of 196, one of the leading US high jumpers at the moment. The depth of this competition really is impressive. Now we get on to the final 4, the big names in this competition. As I've already mentioned, all of these women have gone over 2 meters. Yulia Levchenko from Ukraine has got a personal best of 2 meters 2, World Championship medalist. Just missed out on the Diamond League final next week. She is ranked 7th. They do only take 6 in the field events, which is a bit disappointing to those Diamond League finals. So unless someone pulls out injured, hopefully not, she won't be attending that Diamond League final. Next up, Jamaican star and Commonwealth champion Lamara Diston. She is the first Jamaican woman to ever clear 2 meters. She did that earlier this year.
2023 und 2024. Bestleistung 2,02 Meter.
She is one of the women in that Diamond League final, along with the other two women we've yet to introduce. From Australia, Eleanor Patterson, 2022 world champion out in Oregon. She's the Olympic bronze medalist from Paris, and she has that world silver from Budapest. She has gone over the 2 meter barrier multiple times. She is always a serious medal contender at any major championship she attends. Personal best of 2 meters 2. Last but not least is the world record holder, the current world record holder, Olympic champion from Paris, world champion, multiple European champion, multiple European and Olympic medalist, Jaroslava Marihucic broke that world record, 37-year world record back in 2024. Personal best is 2 meters 10. We did just see her get beat in Zurich the other day by Olaslagers of Australia, but Jaroslava Mariucic, Eleanor Patterson and Lamara Dustin will be in that Diamond League final in under a week's time. So they will be using this competition to really sharpen up, getting ready for that. And then of course we have the Ultimate Championships in 2 weeks' time out in Budapest, which will be the end of this outdoor season for a lot of athletes. So like any vertical jump, high jump, the pole vault, there are set progressions. So the opening bar today for these ladies will be 174. And then we will go up in 4 centimetres, so it'll go to 78, 82, 86, 90, then we'll break to 3s and it'll go 93, 96, then we'll go to 2s and it'll go 98, 2 metres and 2 metres 2. Now the record, the championship record for this competition is 2 metres, which was set last year by a German athlete. So a couple of these women will be eyeing up that 2 meters 2 to break the stadium record, even though we're not in a stadium, the street record. But the bar will be starting at 174. These women can decide to come in whenever they want. It's their decision. You might see some athletes passing along the way, depending on what kind of an athlete and competition and strategy they typically adopt. This is Dorothea Gantert. She will be opening at this opening bar of 174. They'll each get 3 attempts at each bar. You can't have 3 consecutive failures. Once you have 3 consecutive failures, you are out the competition. As we see Dorothea Gantert easily clearing. So that is what you expect to see from somebody's opening bar. It's meant to be a bar that's easy for you, gives you a bit of confidence, gets you in the competition. Sometimes it can be a little bit nervous. You don't really know how you're going to run in the competition versus the warm-up. So it's nice to come in at a lower bar that gives you a bit of a boost. I think all 3 of the German athletes are going to be coming in at 174. This is Hermann. That was a beautiful clearance. You can see how easy and how high she is over that bar. Super easy. High jumpers can typically take a lot of jumps. You can see them approaching from either the left or the right side. That really is based on preference. But typically their run-up can vary between 7 to 12 to 15 steps. So Gurin, for example, looks like she's adopting a particularly short run, so they really are able to take more jumps. So coming in a bit lower is not really a problem for them. As you can see there, that was really like a 6-7 stride approach. And that was a very nice clearance from Gurin too. See her strapping on the leg there. Hopefully nothing too serious, but we've seen 3 beautiful clearances from these 3 German women. The conditions look really good. The sun doesn't look like it's out, so hopefully it's not too hot. It still is quite hot across Europe at the minute, so it's nice that there's a little bit of shade, but it's still warm enough for these athletes. Asia Tavernini up next for her first attempt at 174 in her opening bar. That is our first failure of the day. Just didn't look like she came off the ground all too well. This shouldn't be a bar that troubles her with a PB of 192, but you can just see there as she leaves the ground, doesn't look like she connects the run-up with the takeoff. You can see her there looking kind of over at her coach, wondering what happened, but it just didn't look like she came off the ground very smoothly.
Nächste Springerin, das ist eine ganz junge Dame, erst 19 Jahre jung, aus Ungarn hierher gereist. Und sie steigt jetzt auch bei diesen 1,74 Meter ein. Wir freuen uns auf Liliana Báthory.
Hungary's Liliana Báthory up next. A lot of the women opting to come in at this opening bar of 174. Adopting a slightly longer run, but that was a beautiful clearance. You can see how high she was over that bar, high point in the perfect position. Yeah, nice, very nice clearance from Báthory. Great start to this competition. Only one woman yet to clear this opening bar. The beauty of these kind of street meet competitions as well is your coach is stood right there, and in the more technical events like the field, it is great for athletes to see instant replays on the iPad. You know, athletes can feel, but they can't really see what's going on, so if they can get a replay back on that iPad, it is very, very helpful, as we see Bruce here of Estonia. Another really nice clearance.
Lockerlässig auch von Carmen Bruce, hier der Einstieg in diesen Wettbewerb bei 1,74.
This really is a world-class field, and you can see a lot of these athletes making light work of this opening bar. You can see the technique, the technical element of high jump, leaving the ground and negotiating your body over the bar. These women are very, very technically proficient at that. Yulia Levchenko opening at 174, which is kind of surprising. She is a 2-meter jumper, so you normally see the 2-meter jumpers opening a little bit later, but she has got some strapping on her knee. I wonder whether she's carrying a little bit of an injury. She did give it a bit of a rattle, but it did stay up. See if we can get a glimpse of where she took off. Yeah, she's just coming down on that bar a little bit. I wonder whether she's taken off a little bit too far away from the bar. She has been having a good season, Levchenko. Been doing well at some of the Diamond Leagues. As I mentioned, she just came 7th in those overall standings, just missing out on that Brussels Diamond League. But I imagine she will be at the Ultimate Championships.
Also, sie steht bereit, damit feuerfrei für die Springerin aus Italien, Asia Tavernini.
The closing for the Ultimate Championships, which for a lot of competitors this year is their main goal. She has actually qualified for that, so she will be there in Budapest in 2 weeks' time. As we see Tavernini have her second attempt and a very, very nice clearance. Much better. You can just see the difference. She didn't look like she was anywhere near close to clearing it on that first attempt, and that was very, very easy.
Damit sind wir durch bei dieser Sprunghöhe. Damit wird neu ausgemessen. Wir steigen zunächst einmal um 1 Meter, um 4 Zentimeter auf 1,78 Meter. Könnten wir auch machen.
Looking at the road to the ultimate rankings, Lamara Distin is actually the 9th athlete on the rankings, and they only take 8. So the way in which it works, like the World Championships, is every competition you do is given a score, a performance score, so her higher jump, and then a ranking score, so where you finished in the competition. So this competition for Lamara, as well as the Brussels Diamond League, could be pivotal in whether she qualifies for that road to the Ultimate Championships in Budapest. She is actually only 7 points off 8th, so she can get a couple of good marks in these next couple of weeks. She is still in the running to qualifying for that Ultimate Championships in Budapest. Miryuchik, Levchenko and Patterson all qualified in 2nd, 3rd and 4th, so they're definitely going to Budapest, as the bar now goes up to 178.
Und damit starten wir wieder mit der deutschen Meisterin. Erster Versuch 1,78 für Dorothea Gantert.
First up will be Gantert of Germany. PB is 189. No, not to be. It was a very different jump to what we saw on that opening bar of 74. Beautiful clearance, so she just knocks it on the way up, so I wonder whether now the bar's gone up, she's decided to put a little bit more oomph into the run up and actually just takes the bar off on the way up, so she's too close to that bar. She'll have a look on the iPad, and I suspect a coach will ask her to maybe move the run back. You can see this athlete, Herman, just feeling the wind. I've not managed to get a look at the windsock. The athletes will have a windsock out there, which will tell them which way the wind is blowing. But this very, very strong and powerful athlete, you can see how much speed and energy she takes through that run up. Some athletes in the high jump decide to be a bit more controlled and lopey, whereas some athletes try and put as much speed and power into it, and Herman really is a fast, springy athlete. She isn't one of the tallest in the field, which is maybe why she adopts a slightly faster run-up style. That was a very lovely clearance. Next up, Johanna Göring.
Und jetzt hier ihr zweiter Sprung in diesem Wettbewerb. 1,78 Meter, der erste Versuch von Johanna Göring.
First attempt at 178. You can see this athlete compared to the one we've just seen is more lopey, more controlled, more bouncy style of run up, and there's not one right or wrong way. It just is athlete preference, and that was a very nice clearance from her. You can see the last 2 steps there in the slow-mo, really preparing for the takeoff. She'll have gone long short, which is the typical kind of penultimate type step you would see from someone preparing for a takeoff. You see them do that in the long jump, you see them doing it in the pole vault and the triple. Asia Tavanini up next. Had a little bit of a blip at that opening bar, but came back for that great clearance at 174. Tell this is a knowledgeable crowd watching. They know how to get a clap going. They know how to support these athletes. That was a beautiful clearance. Sometimes athletes have to wait around for 15, 20, 30 minutes in between their warm-up and the competition. And that's why sometimes you see athletes have fails at that opening bar, because trying to replicate the warm-up to the competition is very difficult. That was a lovely clearance. Liliana Batory up next. PB 194, 178 shouldn't shoulder. We could just see the windsock there at the bottom of the screen. Couldn't quite look at what it was going on with it, and another nice clearance. We're seeing very nice clearances from these women, but the bar is still relatively low to a lot of these women's PBs. But we are getting to the end of the season now, so some of these athletes might be feeling a bit tired. They won't really know what their capabilities, you know, the outdoor season started for some of these athletes back in May, and we're now almost in September. So sometimes you come into a competition not feeling too confident because you're feeling quite laboured and tired, but a lot of these women are looking on form today. As we see Michaela Huber enter the competition, 178. I don't know whether there is a bit of a headwind here in the high jump today. A lot of the women are looking out for that wind. I can see the windsock there just to the bottom left. It does look like it's blowing in their faces a little bit. Nice clearance. The wind in the high jump isn't necessarily a massive factor, but if you've got a choice of running into a headwind versus a tailwind, athletes will always prefer to wait for that tailwind. No one wants to run into, you know, a brick wall like a headwind. But these athletes, they all get 30 seconds to take their attempt, so there is scope to wait for the wind to kind of drop for them.
Und damit weiter in unserer Wettkampfliste. Als nächstes auch noch eine sehr junge Dame, 21 Jahre jung, aus Estland.
Bruce up.
Der erste Versuch bei 1,78 Meter, Carmen Bruce.
Step approach there. Nice clearance. She gave it a little brush on the way over. Wasn't quite as high over the bar as that 174. That was a very nice clearance. Very nice takeoff. Very smooth. Very tidy over the bar. Here we see Charity Hufnagel of USA entering the competition at 78.
Amerikanisch-Englisch aus. Und jetzt also hier der erste Versuch bei 78 Charity Hufnagel.
First time we will see Charity Hufnagel taking an attempt today. This is her opening bar. That was very, very nice. Very nice jump. If we watch here the takeoff, how explosive and high she gets off the ground, that was very, very easy make at 178. Being coached there by Marco Fazzanotti, Italian high jumper. He was competing yesterday. So we're still yet to see Patterson and Murichik enter the competition, or Lamara Diston. This is Levchenko. If she is carrying a little bit of a knee injury, she will be thinking about that ahead of the Ultimate Championships. Such a rangy athlete. She has one of the longest run-ups in terms of women's high jump. You can just see she is very bouncy, she's very strong, she's very powerful. You can see how long her strides are, so she looks like she's really far away from the high jump bed, which she is, because her strides are typically double some of the other women that choose a more lopey approach. But it really is just whatever works for you. That was a nice clearance from Levchenko. Back round now for second attempts. Can Ganter cleared this on a second time of asking. Yes, she can. Again, to me, she looked like she was close to the bar. She did negotiate her body away from the bar once she'd left the ground, but to me, she still looks like she's taken off a little bit too close. You can't really get too much of a sense from that kind of replay, but I can just see the way in which she leaves the ground and has to almost go immediately upright says to me that she is taking off a little bit too close. Sometimes with these street meets, if you don't do a lot of them, the track can be incredibly bouncy and fast, so it can catch some people off guard if you're not used to doing them. And I wonder whether Ganher has done many of these street meets and her run is just a lot faster today, and she's kind of being caught off guard, taking off a little bit close to that bar, because once that bar starts getting up, you're just going to see her crash through the bar, so she needs to be able to get that takeoff further out. The bar is now going up to 182. We're going to see the bar go up in 4 centimetres all the way up to 190, which is a little bit aggressive. 4 centimetres, although it doesn't sound like a lot, in the high jump it is actually a good chunk of height being added to each bar. But I think for a high jump competition like this, with so many good athletes, having the high jump kind of progressions go quite aggressive at the start is quite good. It gets the competition moving, it gets us to those higher bars quicker, and I think once we start seeing people approaching that 190 mark, we're really getting to the business end of the competition. So the next bar we're going to see is 182. We haven't seen Eleanor Patterson come in yet, but she has actually won the 2023 and 2024 edition of this competition and jumped still very high here last year, jumping 196, but the depth of the field last year was incredibly impressive. That graphic there was just showing us that this competition is part of the What Gravity Tour, which is something that Mutaz Ezabashim, one of the best male high jumpers all time, has created. He wants to bring high jump to the streets, he wants to bring awareness to high jump, and this competition is the final stop on that tour, which is brilliant to see. Now, the bar at 182, Gantert. Nice clearance, very nice clearance. Still looking a little close to that bar at takeoff, but that looked slightly better. Let's see if we can get a replay to look. Yeah, foot looks slightly further away. You can just see there the high point is the middle of her back, rather than you seeing her shoulders crossing that bar. Brilliant jump from her. The next bar will be 186 and her PB is 189, so we're getting close to her PB now, which is impressive jumping. Joanna Herman, 182. Clean card so far, and clean again. So plyometric, so explosive. And that was very easy. Very nice clearance. You can see how far she takes off away from the bar compared to Gantert. Just means she's got so much more time in the air to negotiate her body around the bar, whereas if you were taking off close to that bar, you really don't have a lot of time to try and negotiate your way around it. Joanna Göring, she hasn't put a foot wrong in this competition yet, but that is her first failure of the day. Looks a little sluggish off the ground at takeoff. Yeah. She is high enough in the air to have cleared that, but I think she just needs slightly better transition from takeoff into the jump.
Und nun wieder die Springerin aus Italien. Sie steht drüben wieder am Anlauf bereit. Die 7. der Europameisterschaften in Birmingham.
Italians. Tavernini up next for 182. PB is 10 centimetres higher than this, so this shouldn't be trouble for Tavernini. Nice run up, nice clean jump. She built some nice speed in that run up there that we can see here, and then converts it into the takeoff. A nice clearance. High point was just at a lower back, and you want to see the perfect high point is in the middle of their back. That means that their high point over the bar is perfect. You just see there she's a little bit too far into the jump with her high point. I wonder whether she's taking off a little bit too close also to the bar, as we see Vittoria here. Really not seen many failures in this competition, which just shows you how good these women are, and that was a great clearance. Very, very nice clearance. Watch her take off here, nice and far away from the bar, high point in the middle of the back. That was a great clearance from Vittori. Very, very clinical. Huber, checking for that wind again. Some athletes bother about the wind more than others. Some athletes it won't even bother. Some athletes, they really are bothered about the wind. Sometimes running into a headwind can really put you off, so it just depends what kind of athlete you are. This is Michaela Huber. 196 jumper at her best. Only a second jump of the day. Okay jump, an okay jump. Didn't look like she came off the ground very well. If we get a replay on that, just look how she kind of shoots towards the bar instead of over it. You see her lean into the curve, and then she takes off the ground. It's not a very convincing clearance. She does give it a little tickle, but she's very flat and low over the bar. But she clears it nonetheless, which is the important thing. The bar stays up. Carmen Bruce, young athlete in this field, 20 years old, bit of a Estonian high jump prodigy. Not to be for this first attempt at 182. Again, just like we just saw with Huber, it looked like she was just a bit flat at takeoff. Didn't come off the ground with as much pop as we have been seeing. There is actually a kind of optimal takeoff distance for each athlete to be taken off, depending on kind of their physicality and technical kind of elements. But you can take off too close and you can take off too far, and that maybe just looked like she took off a little bit too far, as we see Charity Hufnagel here. Saw a brilliant clearance from her at 178. Can she clear this? First time of asking. No, she can't. That looked very different to that first one. Again, I know I've mentioned it a lot, this kind of bar, but a little bit flat for me at takeoff. See her, just the backs of her kind of calves bring that bar off. Even though some of these high jumpers are only doing 7, 8, 9 steps, you basically want to be taking as much speed into that last take-up step as possible, rather than decelerating, and whilst you're going around the curve, it's very easy to take your foot off the gas, whereas you want to go around the curve and put the speed into the takeoff. And that's why sometimes you see athletes dying onto the bars. This is Levchenko here, 182. Really nice clearance. You can just see there how she leans into the curve, accelerates into the takeoff, transfers all that kind of horizontal speed that she's developed in the run to vertical speed upwards, and you can just see the trajectory over the bar is perfect and beautiful. Beautiful jump. Very, very easy. Background now for second attempts. So we're still yet to see 3 at the top. Oh no, we are going to see Lamara Dustin here enter the competition. This will be her opening bar. The only Jamaican women to ever clear 2 meters. Brilliant athlete. Nice. Ooh, nice clearance. Just a little bit lazy with her feet then, and just takes that bar off. You can see there she was quite some way over it. Just tickles it off with her feet. She adopts for less. Yeah, just a little bit lazy with that foot coming over. She adopts more of a bouncy approach rather than raw speed, but she is very light and very plyometric, very bouncy. And now we are going round for the second attempts. Just had a little bit of a pause there. Couldn't quite see what happened, but we can obviously see the bar is off. Let's have a look at the replay here. No. And it crashed through the bar. No elevation off that takeoff.
Sie steht schon bereit, also lassen wir sie springen. Los geht's, zweiter Versuch, 1, 2.
Carmen Bruce, her second attempt. We saw a lot of women go over 182 clean, so we shouldn't be seeing too many people with their second attempts. We haven't lost anyone in this competition yet, which is great to see. Let's see if she can put a bit more elevation to that takeoff. Yes, she can. That was so much better. You can just see the connection between the run-up and the takeoff. So much more power, and you can see here in the replay. Watch that takeoff foot come down. You just see her pop off of it instead of getting spat into the bar. That windsock does look like it's flying around a little bit.
Dass also 2 dieser Rekordhalterinnen hier auf einer Anlage in Heilbronn.
Second attempt for Hofnagel.
Sie gerade ganz knapp gerissen. Und jetzt geben wir die Chance, es auszugleichen. Jetzt kann sie drüber springen. Wir klatschen mit für Charity Hofnagel.
For the crowd. Just rehearsing her steps before she sets off. Looked like a good run up. No, still a little bit flat at that takeoff. The run up looks really good, but it's just her hips are a little bit low. And then maybe you see there, hips are a little bit low, and then she goes. No, that to me looked like she took off too far away as well. Hips a little bit low, too far at takeoff. She will have a third and final attempt. I imagine she's been out of the US now for a good couple of months, so it's hard for the US athletes that are so far away from home to keep the intensity and the momentum up throughout what is such a long season. Lamara Diston, very easy clearance we just saw with her foot just tickling the bar off, so this shouldn't trouble her at all. Very controlled run. Very, very nice. That was a beautiful clearance. See how high she is over the bar there. Sometimes, she's been waiting around for a bit, and sometimes when you're coming in a lot lower, I'm not saying there's complacency that creeps in, but sometimes you can just get a little bit lazy and a little bit like, oh, I'm over the bar. And instead of being super tight, I mean, that was an excellent clearance from Diston. We're back round now to third and final attempts. First up will be Johanna Göring.
Ich habe es gestern Klatsch und Stampf genannt, weil wir natürlich jetzt noch lauter sein müssen, hier in diesen dritten Versuchen den Springerinnen noch mehr Energie mitzugeben. Und Johanna Göring, der wollen wir jetzt richtig Energie mitgeben.
PB of 192. She is one of Germany's young, exciting high jump talents coming up through the ranks. So this will be a brilliant learning experience for her nonetheless. Can she clear this on the third time of asking? The German crowd getting behind her for this third and final attempt. Can she get over the third time of asking? Yes, she can. Lovely clearance. That was so much better. Very, very nice clearance there. Very, very smooth. You can tell when these athletes get it right, is everything just looks smooth. It's a smooth transition from the run into the takeoff, up and over the bar, and that's when you know all of the components have come together for them, and it's when it looks easy and smooth.
Und genau dasselbe machen wir jetzt auch mit Charity Hufnagel. Der Rhythmus ist etwas langsamer, aber wir können trotzdem genauso.
Third and final attempt for Charity Hufnagel. Before the bar heads up to 186. Crowd really getting a clap going, really getting behind her. She just needs to be a little bit taller during the run and at takeoff. Everything's up a bit more instead of crashing through the bar. That looks better, her hips look better already. That is nice. You could just see right from the off in that run, her hips were so much higher during that run. It just gives her such a better position take off rather than coming from a low hip position. Nice, very nice pressure jump. Right, so we still haven't lost anyone, and the bar now goes up to 186.
Und damit geht es also wieder 4 Zentimeter nach oben und damit wieder eine kurze Pause mit einem Werbeclip.
Heilbronn und deine Region. Wir sind für euch da. Versorgen euch mit Wärme, Energie und sauberem Wasser. Die Lebensadern dafür sind meist unsichtbar, aber elementar wichtig. Ein Team aus rund 300 Menschen achtet.
You just need to measure the bar now. Calibrate it for the next height, which is 186. Still haven't lost a single competitor, which is brilliant.
Und damit sind wir zurück. 1,86 Meter sind ausgemessen. Und die erste Springerin, die wir hier gleich sehen, sie hat eine Bestleistung von 1,89 Meter. Also wir kommen jetzt hier schon in einen Bereich, wo alles laufen muss. Und das
Dorothy against it.
So sehr bei diesen 1,86 Meter. Es ist der erste Versuch.
186, PB of 189, so we are now within 3 centimeters of her personal best. She's having a great competition so far. What can she do at this next bar of 186? Oh, very, very close attempt. Just didn't whip her legs out of the way in time, but she was over that bar. Let's see how close of an attempt that was on the replay. Yeah, she was over it, just didn't quite whip her legs through in time, and the calves just knocked the bar off.
Auf der anderen Anlaufseite wieder bereit die Dame, die hier richtig tolle Sprünge schon gezeigt hat. Richtig sprunggewaltig. Und das
Joanna Herman up next. 3 attempts, 3 clearances. She is looking brilliant today. She's making light work of these bars. Will this one be the same? She's so dialed in the zone, not quite. Looked like she took off a little bit too far away. You can see how her upper back hit the bar off. Wonder whether we can get a gauge from this angle. Probably. If you look here, yeah, I mean, she is someone that likes to take off further away, as we've seen throughout this competition, but given that basically her shoulder blades just knocked the bar off, I think either, you know, she's speedy to the bar. So I wouldn't suggest that she needs to speed up or give more intensity in her run. Maybe just a little bit closer to the bar and a little bit more ups at takeoff. Joanna Göring here, 186. We almost lost her at the competition at the other height, but that beautiful third and final attempt at 182 saved her competition. Not a bad attempt, just a little bit dying onto it. You see her legs dying onto the bar a little bit, like up and over, and then when this bar starts getting higher and closer to these ladies' personal bests, there really is no margin for error. They need to be, you know, arching at the right time. They need to be pulling their legs through at the right time. Everything needs to be perfect, really. Tavernini. She has been looking good today.
1,86 Meter auch für sie im ersten Durchgang. Aus Italien, Asia Tavernini.
She go clear at 186. Very, very good attempt. Very, very tidy jumper. Lots of travel across the bar. I can see where she lands. Lots of travel across the bar because she is a speedy, powerful athlete. That looked good. Just maybe needs a little bit more elevation. You see her, the bottom of her back taking it off.
Damit alles passt für die Vize-Weltmeisterin in der U20, ganz aktuell.
It really is a very technical event. Lots of something that you do at the start of the runway can affect what you do at the back end of the jump. It really is a very complex pattern that happens within a second. Liliana Vittori of Hungary, 194 jumper. 186 really is getting close to being world class. So we will see this bar start to challenge some of these athletes. Another failure. That was a great attempt, just brushed it off. That is the first failure of the day.
Get
a replay on that.
That
looks nice. Yeah. Just a slight brush.
Und die erste Chance möchte auch die nächste Springerin nutzen. Jetzt hat sie die lange Hose ausgezogen, jetzt macht sie auf Ernst. Jetzt geht es los bei 1,86. Für die Dame aus Tschechien, Michaela Ruber.
Perfect series so far. Nice clearance. That looked better than the one before. I think it's been a while since she jumped, but she did look a little bit flat, and that did look a little bit better. Looks like she's slowing down a little bit round the curve. Which could be causing, you know, her to be a little bit flat at takeoff, but nonetheless a very nice clearance.
Gerade im zweiten drüber über die 1,82. Jetzt schauen wir, was sie macht bei 1,86.
Bruce up next.
Ihr erster Versuch, Carmen Bruce.
Not many women have gone over this bar. Can Carmen Bruce be one of the athletes to sail over first time of asking? Run up, not quite enough height on that attempt. The run up looked good, it just looked like, let's have a look here, the run up looks nice, she leans into the curve.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt auf die nächste Springerin. Gerade haben wir sie über die 1,82 im letzten Durchgang drüber geklatscht.
A lot of these athletes now are getting up to, you know, close to max bars. They really need to be driving that takeoff leg into the track to produce more vertical lift and more vertical energy. I think that is what her coach was potentially just saying there. To try and squeeze every little centimetre out, they need to really be planting that takeoff foot down, producing as much vertical energy as possible. Hufnagel here, still in the competition after that. 3 attempts to clear 8-2. Can she produce a similar jump and clear this? Because the height, yes, she can. It's so different to those first 2 attempts we saw at 182. That 182 clearance and that 186 clearance is just so different. You can just see how much taller she is, how much lift there is, how much smoother it is. Sometimes it just takes you to unlock doing something, and then your brain thinks, oh, okay, that's what I need to do. And you can just see how much lift and elevation she's getting at takeoff. It's just making the jump over the bar so much easier.
Und dann wieder der Blick nach hinten. In dem Fall auch gerade
Levchenko up next.
Bis in die Ukraine, ihren beiden Landsfrauen hier zu präsentieren.
We're still to see Mariuchik and Patterson to enter the competition.
Also jetzt auf diesen Sprung bei 1,86 von Julia Levchenko.
You can see there she's stood all the way back near those boards. Perfect record so far. She is looking really good. Considering she came in at 174, she's been producing some brilliant high jumping. So much speed and energy, and another beautiful jump. The great thing about some of the most experienced athletes in this field, like your Levchenkos and your Distin and your Patterson and your Mariuchik, is they are world-class athletes that have got years and years of experience, and they literally produce the same jump, or within a percentage either way, same jump every time, and that just is what makes them so consistent and world class. And that is a nice clearance from Levchenko. Distin here now for her first attempt at 86. Can she go clear at this first time? That second attempt at 82 was spectacular. A good 10 centimetres over it, so this shouldn't be a challenge for her. Just needs to replicate that same jump again, and she does. Very, very easy. You see now, as we're getting up to these kind of consistent world-class athletes, you see how much further they take off from the bar and how much time they spend in the air. Like if you look at Lamara Distin here, she takes off far away from the bar, and there she's just got so much trajectory and so much time over the bar. It just, that is what helps you to jump higher. Now we're around to second time attempts, and there will be quite a few of these, I'm imagining.
Wir haben hier einige Springerinnen, die nochmals ran müssen. 2, 4, 6 Springerinnen insgesamt, die hier die zweite Chance nutzen wollen bei 1,86 Meter. Und als erstes wieder die deutsche Meisterin am Ablauf von der Sportvereinigung Laatzen. Zweiter Versuch bei 1,86. Dorothea Ganter.
So here we go for second attempt at 186. What can? Very, very nice clearance. Very, very nice. So she will be attempting a PB at the next bar. Ganter there, 186. Personal best is 189. Now that was fabulous. She gave it a good rattle, but in high jump you can touch the bar quite significantly. It stays on because if you hit it on the way down, it helps it stay on.
So kann es auch weitergehen für Joanna Herrmann. Sie steht drüben. 1,65 groß und 1,86 liegen auf. Also, richtig stark. Wir wünschen ihr jetzt nur das Beste für diesen zweiten Versuch bei 1,86. Joanna Herrmann.
What can Joanna Herrmann do here for her second attempt at 86? Still not lost a single athlete in this field, and that was a brilliant clearance. Very, very plucky clearance there from Herrmann. Brings in so much speed, and she is one of the women that takes off furthest away from the bar, but that's because she's bringing in so much speed and energy. She needs that space in front of the bar.
Und genauso wollen wir jetzt einfach direkt weitermachen. Mit Spaß am Sprung, mit einem Lächeln im Gesicht. So wollen wir sie jetzt sehen, auch wenn die Latte hier gleich liegen bleibt. Also, zweiter Versuch bei 1,86 für Johanna Göring.
Johanna Göring now. Two second attempts, 2 clearances. Can Göring clear on her second time of asking? No, not quite. Just looking a little slow and laboured in the jump. She will have a third and final attempt. Very, very similar to that first attempt she had. She's just knocking it off with a lower back. Kind of dying a little bit onto the bar.
Die italienische Vizemeisterin aus diesem Jahr, letztes Jahr italienische Meisterin. Und jetzt der zweite Versuch für sie bei 1,86 Meter. Asia Tabanini.
Asia Tabanini. Can she go clear of this second time of asking? Not to be. Looks like she's got the height. She's just travelling so much across the bar. You can see there where she lands in the pit, on the high jump pit. She is travelling across the high jump bar very, very quickly. Just not quite whipping out of that arch quick enough and knocking it off with her lower back.
Als nächstes wir die junge Dame aus Ungarn, die U20 Vize-Weltmeisterin. Bestleistung 1,93 Meter. Und jetzt ihr zweiter Versuch bei 1,86 Meter. Liliana Bathory.
Liliana Bathory now, her second attempt. We had a very, very close attempt on that first one. Not far away at all. Can she clear? We've had 2 makes, 2 misses on this second time of asking, and no, that wasn't very close. That wasn't a close attempt. Looked like she brought a lot more speed and energy into that particular jump and then just kind of crashed through the bar. You can see there, it hits it off with almost like the top of her legs, traveling so fast across that bar. Sometimes as athletes start to try a bit harder, can cause other kind of tweaks in the jump. This is what happens when you're so technical. Very, very close attempt. Much better, much improvement from that first attempt, and that was a very, very close second attempt. And this is why in the vertical jump she gets 3 attempts. She will have another one, and hopefully each jump she just brushes it off. But that was a very, very nice jump, very capable of clearing this bar. I think 3 women now coming back for their third and final attempts.
Die dritten Versuche stehen an, insgesamt 4 Stück nacheinander weg. Und gerade hat das schon super geklappt hier bei Johanna Göring. Sie haben wir hier schon mal drüber geklatscht und stampft. Und das machen wir jetzt wieder. Also,
Johanna Göring, the first of these women to attempt a 186 for the third time.
Für den dritten Versuch über 1,86 von Johanna Göring.
She's done a third time clutch jump before. Can she do it again on this 186? No. We see a run through. Good day for her. Johanna Göring will finish her competition here.
Schön, dass du hier warst. Wir freuen uns auf viele weitere tolle Wettkämpfe mit dir. Alles Gute.
Just looked like yeah, you see where her foot comes down there. She's way too close to the mat. She thinks there's no point in clearing that. So we will see her end her competition there with 186. Best of 182 today. 2 more women to come for their third and final attempts.
Die Italienerin, und auch sie steht jetzt an der Ablaufmarkierung. Und auch für sie geben wir jetzt wieder alles. Klatschen, stampfen im Takt.
Can Asia Tavernini clear 86 of the third time of asking? We have seen 1 woman exit the competition, the first woman to exit this competition at this bar. We want to try and keep as many women in as possible. She has been travelling really quickly across the bar. I wonder what tactics she's put in place. Powerful run in. No. Don't know whether she tried a little bit too hard on that run, but it looked like she took off a bit close. And that is the end of Tavernini's day today. She will finish on a best of 182. Let's have a look at that replay there. Sometimes it's so hard. No. Maybe taking off a little bit too far away there on that attempt. Just looks like she kind of came up and kind of was falling down on the bar. Liliana Batory, very, very capable of clearing this bar. Very close attempt on that first. Maybe tried a bit too hard on that second and went crashing through the bar. Can she figure it out for this third and final attempt? Sometimes it's so hard when you want to try harder in some of these technical events like the pole vault, the shot put, the high jump. You want to try more, but actually staying calm and disciplined is the best way to try and clear the bar. It's a real challenge, real balance. Third and final attempt for Batory at 186. Can she go up and over on her third time of asking? Yes, she can. That was beautiful. Yes, very, very nice clearance. Normal service resumed for Batory there. That looked back to what we saw on those first 3 bars she attempted of the day. Just made the necessary adjustments, takes off nice in relation to the bar. Great high point over it. The bar will now be going up to 190. They will calibrate this bar. Oh, we do have another athlete on their third attempt. Carmen Bruce.
Auch sie wollen wir jetzt hier noch mitnehmen bei diesen 1,86. Die Estin, ihr dritter Sprung bei 1,86. Carmen Bruce.
Carmen Bruce clear at 186. Yes, she can. We saw each attempt get slightly better, and that second attempt was very, very close, and that was very, very nice. So we have lost 2 women in this competition. We're down to 10 competitors. We're yet to see 2 come in, and the bar will now be going up to 190. Whilst we see a replay of that beautiful clearance. The bar is wobbling a little bit, but it is a clearance nonetheless. Very, very nice.
Ja, liebes Publikum, also eins ist schon mal ganz klar, den Pokal für das beste Publikum, der geht ja definitiv an dieses Publikum. Vielen, vielen Dank. Ihr seid... Ich meine, das eine ist eine Stimmung, aber ihr habt auch dieses ganz spezielle Gefühl für die Athleten. Und das geben die euch gerade zurück mit in die Höhe. Also mega super, vielen lieben Dank.
Sinn für die Nummer hier auch.
So, wie gestern auch, heute ein bisschen in veränderter Form, darf ich euch das Kampfgericht vorstellen. Auf der linken Seite die Kim Wieland, der gestern genau aufgepasst hat. Gestern war es die Freya Wieland, das war die Mama, also das ist ein Familienunternehmen. Und nebendran die Marie-Therese Fuchs, beide vom TSV in Rumbach. Auf der rechten Seite der Patrick Eichler von der TSG Heilbronn und der Thomas Scheel von der Sportunion in Neckarsulm.
Bar has been calibrated. It is now at 190.
Uli Achatz vom Württembergischen Leichtathletikverband.
We are yet to see Elena Patterson and Yaroslava Mariuchuk enter the competition. Will we see them enter at this new height of 190?
Ja, und nach dieser Vorstellung des Kampfberichts haben sie trotz allem hier weitergeschafft und die 1,90 ausgemessen. Somit also wieder alles parat, um diesen Wettkampf fortzusetzen. Wir sind bei 1,90
First up will be Gantert, and this will be an outright PB for her. Her PB is 189 and the bar is at 190, so this will be a PB and the first time ever over 190. What a big mark that is in women's high jump. Let's see if she can do it. She's been looking great. Home crowd there to support her. She hasn't done too many jumps. She's only took 6 jumps. She must have enough energy still. Now getting behind her. Can she clear a bar? She's never cleared before. 190 again. No. Sometimes when the bar's up there and you've never been there before, you just need a little sighter, and that to me is like, I just need to be up there and see what the bar looks like when it's at 190. So she will have 2 more attempts, but she didn't really give it a good fist. She just kind of knocked it off with the shoulder. Potentially was a little bit too close to the bar, which is what we have seen from her throughout the day. Joanna Herman has been very, very impressive today. Great athlete, a lot of speed, a lot of power. Really converts that speed and power well into the takeoff. Nice jump. She's very, very good at replicating the same jump over and over. That was a very close attempt at 190. Her PB is 191, so we're there or thereabouts. And that was a good first attempt for her at 190. Very, very close. Only really tickled it off. Only a little rattle.
Die nächste, die Chance hat, diese 1,90 Meter zu überqueren. Sie ist dieses Jahr
Next up is Batori.
Auch diese 1,90 schon einmal gesprungen in der Halle 1,92. Gerade haben wir sie im 3. drüber geklatscht, da hat sie einen richtig tollen Sprung rausgehauen. Und so einen wollen wir jetzt gleich wiedersehen. Erste Chance bei 1,90 für die Ungarin Liliana Batori.
Just shows you how good of a place this is to jump, that we are over an hour into the competition and we have only lost 2 competitors. The bar is at world-class height of 190 and we still have 10 women in. That really is how strong this field is. Can Batori clear it? No. Not a bad attempt. Not a bad attempt.
Liliana Batori. Weiterhin aber eine tolle Technik, sehr dynamisch und somit auch für sie dann gleich.
Looks good to me. Sometimes when we're getting up to these bars now, which are close to PBs, there really isn't a lot for the coach and athlete to look at. The margins are just so fine, so it might just be as simple as you need to tweak this a centimetre or tweak this 1%. Michaela Huber now. 3 attempts, 3 clearances, 190. Looks like she's been coming off the ground a little flat. Can she put a bit more oomph into that takeoff? No, still looks a little bit flat. And she is a 196 jumper, so she will get away with being a little bit flat at the bars like 82 and 86, but now we're up at 90. This is a serious bar.
Als nächstes wieder die Dame, die wir in der Klatsch- und Stampfrunde gerade drüber geschickt haben, über die 1,86. Jetzt steht sie am Ablauf für die 1,90 Meter.
Carmen Bruce. Clutch make at 186, but it was a very, very nice clearance. Has jumped 196. Can she go clear at 190? She clear 190 the first time of asking? No. Very, very nice jump. She is another athlete that replicates a very, very similar jump every single time, which just makes it so much easier for coaches, because you can just make really, really small tweaks and know that your athlete is going to do the same jump next time. Just not quite high enough in the air for this 190 bar. Needs to put a little bit power into that takeoff to get a bit more vertical elevation. Charity Hufnagel now.
Jetzt sind wir gespannt auf die 1,90 Meter. Der erste Versuch für Charity Hufnagel.
Not seen Charity Hufnagel jump for a while. We had those 3 attempts at 82, but it only took her 1 for 86. It was very, very nice clearance. She seems to have got into her groove, got into her rhythm. Can she clear 190? First time of asking. Seems to have cracked. No, that was slightly back to the low hips at takeoff and the run.
Ja, wieder nicht ganz so gut gepasst. Charity Hufnagel. Die Amerikanerin, sehr, sehr talentiert und auch sehr vielseitig.
Just see her, she basically bails out the jump because she knows she isn't close-ish to it.
Die kann nicht nur Hochsprung, die kann auch alle anderen Disziplinen. Und da wünschen wir ihr, dass
potentially not taking enough speed into that takeoff.
über diese 1,90 Meter.
Just another mention that we are yet to see Mohuchuk and Patterson enter the competition, yet the bar is at 190, so we should be seeing them enter very shortly. This is Levchenko, perfect record so far. 4 bars taken, 4 bars cleared. She came in at that opening bar of 174 and has looked absolutely magnificent. Even though she's got a knee strapping on, you never know whether that's precautious. But she has looked marvellous today. Can she have a clearance at 190 and keep her record clean? Very, very close. Very, very good attempt.
Auch dieses Mal Julia Levchenko. Jetzt also ihr erster Versuch, ihr erster Fehlversuch in diesem Wettkampf.
Sometimes people think that she is very low in her run, and actually her hips, she has a very unique running style in where her hips are a little bit low, but she does a really, really good job of getting tall at takeoff and preparing for that takeoff. And that was a great attempt, not far at all.
Aus Jamaika, der erste Versuch bei 1,90 für Lamara Diston.
Lamara Diston. We can see Mohuchuk in the background and Patterson both getting ready. It looks like they're both preparing to enter the competition at this bar. First, we have Lamara Diston now. Apart from that first little blip for Diston, she has been jumping incredibly well, and that is a very, very easy, nice clearance. Very, very easy. Just floats over the bar. Power to weight ratio is incredible. You can just see her floating in, preparing for that takeoff, and really, really nice ups at takeoff and floats over the bar.
Die nächste, die am Anlauf steht.
She has really good body awareness, so she knows exactly where she is in the air, so she can manipulate her body to get it out of the way of the bar, as we see Eleanor Patterson
In diesem Jahr schon 2 Meter
preparing
überquert
to enter
und steigt
the
jetzt
competition.
bei 1,90 ein. Wir freuen uns aus Australien auf Eleanor Patterson.
Really is a world-class athlete, Olympic medalist from Paris, world champion back in 2022, silver medalist. In an era where women's high jump is incredibly strong, the world record has been broken recently. That is a very, very nice clearance. Very, very easy.
Klasse Einstieg von Eleanor Patterson in diesen Wettkampf. Da geht noch richtig was nach oben. Sehr schön. Damit geht's in die zweiten Versuche. Und da haben wir
Using this competition to bridge the gap between Diamond Leagues and those Ultimate World Championships. This is one of Eleanor's favourite places to jump. She's been here for every single edition. She's won it twice before, so she clearly likes the track. She clearly likes jumping here. She's not jumped lower than 195 here. As we are back round now to second attempts, and we are not going to see Marichuk enter the competition at this bar.
Tragübungen oder was? Kontrolliert das Spastgewicht.
This would be a PB for Gantert. Wasn't a close attempt on that first attempt. She was just getting a bit of a feeler for it. Can this attempt be better? Slightly better. Still, you can just sense that she doesn't quite believe it. And sometimes it's really difficult for athletes. She might never have ever attempted 190 before. So this is new territory, new ground. Sometimes you need to just get a bit of confidence and attempt at a bar this high. Things work slightly differently when you have to, you have to be patient in different places when the bar is higher than it's ever been before. And it is just a bit of a learning curve because, for example, in training, a lot of technical eventers, like the high jumpers and the pole vaulters, they won't be attempting anywhere near the bars that they do in competition because you need that adrenaline and you need that kind of motivation inside you to be attempting that bar. So it might be that some of these girls haven't gone anywhere near this bar even in training, so it really is they're using the competition to figure it out. So it might take a few competitions of trialing the bar to figure it out.
Unterstützung hier im Publikum und diese Unterstützung bringen wir hier jetzt auf die Bahn, nämlich Joanna Herrmann steht bereit.
Great crowd here today at this high jump competition. The German crowds really do love a street meet. They love their technical events. They love the high jump. They love the pole vault. They really get behind it and they really understand the event, as we see Joanna Herrmann now on the run. Her second attempt at 190. Nice attempt. Nice attempt. Not this. You can tell for some of these athletes, this is getting really close to their limit. They're really, really close to clearing it. You can see the gap between them and the bar is just closed up as the bars got higher, as you would expect. So every single thing needs to be perfect. They need to execute the best jump here.
Die junge Dame aus Ungarn, die U20-Vize-Weltmeisterin bei 1,90, also auch für sie jetzt der zweite Versuch. Wir freuen uns drauf auf Liliana Báthory.
Báthory now. We'll have quite a few women attempting 190 for their second attempt. We have seen 2 women go over it. This could be a turning point in the field where this kind of bar knocks a lot of these women out, but hopefully not. That is another very, very close attempt. She needed 3 to get over the bar before this. There is a reason why athletes in the vertical jumps are given 3. She will come back for a third and final attempt, a little bit of tweaking here and there, but that is a very, very close attempt for her.
Liliana Bartoni, ein Sprung bleibt ihr noch, diese 1,90 zu überqueren. Als nächstes, alle Höhen immer im ersten, jetzt der erste Fehlversuch bei 1,90. Jetzt nutzt sie hoffentlich diese zweite Chance. Die Dame aus Tschechien, Michaela Ruba.
Michaela Huber now, her second attempt, needs to have a little more dynamism at takeoff, and then again, just looks a little bit flat at takeoff. As you see a lot of these other women, they float before the bar. They have a lot of time in the air before the bar, but if you look at Huber here, it's just takes off and straight, kind of shoulders straight into the bar. Needs to have a little bit more ups, a little bit more emphasis of the jump at takeoff. And then I think she would easily sail over this bar.
Bronze hat mal bei Olympischen Spielen gewonnen, 2,37, was für eine Höhe. Und das gibt jetzt weiter eine Chance, hat Michaela Ruba gleich noch bei diesen 1,90. Als nächstes wieder diejenige, die wir gerade noch bei 1,86 im dritten drüber gerettet haben.
Can Carmen Bruce clear this on the second time asking? We have only seen two women go over this bar so far. Nice attempt.
Also auch sie eine Kandidatin für die dritte Runde.
Just kind of went crashing through the bar like we saw on a previous attempt. Just not quite high enough in the air. No, you see her shoulders take it off. She's either too close to the bar at takeoff, or she's just not elevated herself enough at takeoff to get herself high enough to go over the bar.
Die Amerikanerin mit deutsch klingendem Nachnamen. Zweiter Versuch bei 1,90. Charity Hufnagel.
Second attempt for Charity Hufnagel. Bar is still at 190. This really is sorting out the women in this field. We have only seen two women go over this and one yet to enter. 190 is a world-class height. Better attempt, much better attempt than that first one that we saw where she kind of just flopped onto the bar. That was a better attempt for her. Take a look at the jump back with Mark Fossanotti. Yeah, you can see she comes off the ground a lot better, more explosive. You can tell with her face, she knew how close that was.
Macht sich bereit. Die Dame, die schon viele, viele Jahre im Geschäft dabei ist, muss man sich mal überlegen. 2017 ist das erste Mal über 2 Meter gesprungen. So lange ist sie hier schon in
Levchenko just left to go for her second attempt, and then we'll be round into the third and final attempts for quite a few of these women. We have 10 women left in this competition. We have only lost 2 along the way. Only 2 have cleared. Levchenko's been looking very, very good today. We just see that failure there at 190, but it was a very, very close attempt. Very, very capable of doing this. Wouldn't be surprised if we see her clear and sail over this bar now. She's been looking very, very good. Not quite as good as that first attempt at 190. Not coming off the ground quite as nice as we have been seeing. And we will see 7 women come back for their third and final attempt at this 1,90 m.
Noch in sich, denn die müssen wir jetzt so Schritt für Schritt auch rauslassen für unsere Springerinnen hier auf der Anlage. Und bei der ersten, da wollen wir das ganz besonders, denn es wäre eine neue persönliche Bestleistung
Gantert for her third and final attempt. Like as I mentioned, we will see 7 women come back and have their third and final attempts at 190. Had a great competition to get so close to her PB. Just had a great day. Haven't seen a close attempt really at this bar. As I mentioned, this is a PB for her, so she is just feeling it out. Can she give this third and final attempt? There we go. Yes, so much better. That was a brilliant attempt. If she'd have done that on her first attempt, I really feel like she would have cleared that bar. But what a brilliant day she's had. And that, I think she'll look back at that attempt and be shocked at how close that is, because that was a fabulous attempt for her. Just tickles it off. No, that is very, very close to happening for her. She's going to be a 190 plus jumper in no time. We say bye to her today. Her competition is over. Very, very good day for her. Overcome with joy and tears.
Sie will das auch unbedingt hier jetzt schaffen. Und sie kann das schaffen. Also, auch für sie, Stampf und Klatsch vom Feinsten. Dritter Versuch, 1,90. Joanna Herrmann.
Joanna Herrmann now. Can she clear on this third time of us? Yes, she can! Brilliant clearance. Brilliant, brilliant clearance. Such a fluky little athlete. She replicates another jump that's exactly the same, and she just squeaks over. Gives it a little bit of a rattle. But that is a great, great clearance for her. So we have 3 women over this bar now. And that was a fabulous clearance from Herrmann, as we see a replay there. Beautiful far takeoff. So much time before the bar. She gives it a little rattle, but it's very nice clearance.
Die nächste, die wir jetzt hier drüber anfeuern wollen, das ist wieder die Dame aus Ungarn, die richtig schnell hier anläuft.
Tori now. All of these jumps that we're seeing are third and finals. If they don't clear this bar, they are out of the competition. Very good attempt from Victoria at 190. Can she put the changes in place to get this clearance done on this third and final time asking? Ooh. Very close attempt. The high point wasn't an issue if he was high enough over the bar. It's just where that high point was. Came down on that bar a little bit. See if we can get a side replay of it. Nice clearance, just knocks it off with the lower back. Michaela Huber up now.
Die nächste, die hier am Anlauf steht, sie eine sehr kraftvolle Springerin, und diese Kraft geben wir ihr jetzt.
2 okay attempts. Just need to see a little bit more intensity and a little bit elevation off that takeoff for her to clear the bar. She clear it on the third time of asking? No. Just looked a little bit flat at takeoff for most of today, and I don't think you can get away with that once you are in the 190s. So that is the end of her competition today. We have 3 women over this bar. We have Patterson, Patterson and Diston
Aber nicht zu vergessen, da hinten schlummert irgendwo noch
and Herman over this bar. That is close to a PB for the German high jumper. Her PB is 191. She will be going for a PB next. As we see Carmen Bruce, the 196 jumper. She is capable of clearing this 190 bar. We'll see Carmen Bruce and Charity Hufnagel and then Levchenko. 3 more athletes for their third and final attempt at 190. The bar will be moving up to 193. What can Bruce do here? Another very, very solid attempt, but not to be today.
Somit also auch sie raus. 2 weitere kommen noch hier in diesen dritten Durchgängen.
Very, very solid jump. Not quite high enough in the air to clear 190 today.
Da haben sie drüber geklatscht im dritten. Da hat sie noch so viel Energie gehabt, dass er auf die 1,86 gleich im ersten gesprungen ist.
Hufnagel up next.
Also, all the energy for you. Auf geht's. Charity Hufnagel.
She's been in this position before at 182. First attempt wasn't really close. Second attempt much, much better. Can she clear this 190 bar at the third time of asking? Headwind there for her, like seeing the wind top. What can she do? Very, very best of the 3 attempts. Just not quite enough energy at takeoff to get the elevation to get over that 190. But a good day for her. Started off a little bit ropey and she really worked through the competition today.
Eine bleibt uns jetzt noch. Und
A little bit low, but that is her best attempt, but just a little bit dying onto the bar. One more athlete, Levchenko, 2 attempt 190. We have 3 women clear and 1 yet to come in.
Und dieses Jahr in der Halle wieder Vize-Weltmeisterin mit 1,99. Und jetzt steht sie bereit für diesen dritten Versuch, bei dem wir sie wieder voll und ganz unterstützen. Dritte Chance, 1,90.
Can Levchenko clear this? She has looked flawless all day. Very good attempt at 190. Just needs to clean up a few things and then I think she'll easily clear this. Fourth athlete she just pulls up. She's got plenty of time though to walk back and start her run up again. She looks back at the clock. I'm sure she's got lots of time. She can compose herself. Sometimes if an athlete's run doesn't feel right, it's best just to stop and start again rather than waste a jump. So something obviously didn't feel right for her. Can she do it on this? To be for Levchenko today, which is a shame. She looked incredibly good at those lower bars, but she is out of the competition. So we have 4 women left in this competition.
Auch sie hätten wir gerne noch mitgenommen in die nächsten Höhen. Und Stichwort nächste Höhe. Jetzt wird die Steigerung etwas geringer. Ab jetzt geht es 3 cm nach oben. Neue Sprunghöhe, die eingemessen wird 1,93 und wieder kurze Werbung.
Not a bad attempt for her. She was looking really good.
Ich auch.
Ich wollte mal YouTuber werden, Polizist werden, Pilotin werden, Dirigentin.
The bar now goes up to 193. We're yet to see Mariuchuk enter, and we have Diston, Patterson, and And Hermann, this will be a PB for Hermann. She has got a PB of 191. So this will be a 2 centimetre PB, which in high jump is significant. They will calibrate the bar, especially it's important to calibrate it when it's going to be someone's personal best. So they will take the time to calibrate it and make sure the height is what it says it is, and then we will see these 4 women attempting 193.
Jetzt geht's ans Eingemachte. Insgesamt also noch 4 Springerinnen mit im Wettkampf dabei. 3 davon haben wir noch schon gesehen, eine haben wir noch nicht gesehen, aber auch sie, die Weltrekordhalterin, wird jetzt dann in den Wettkampf einsteigen. Und es geht los. Und es geht los mit Joanna Hermann, die eine persönliche Bestleistung von
Is ready and raring for this first attempt at 193. She has looked incredible today. She did give that 190 a little tickle, but I do think if she can line everything up and do the perfect jump, 193 is within her capabilities. PB of 191. She do for a very nice attempt. Her takeoff, how tall she is, and the energy she brings into the takeoff is so impressive. She's so plyometric and explosive, and that was a good attempt considering she has never cleared this bar before. She will have 2 more attempts. But given that is her first attempt, very, very promising. She'll watch the video with a coach and hopefully a few technical inputs. Come back for 2 more attempts.
Zunächst die Jamaikanerin, die Landesrekordhalterin, die beste Jamaikanerin aller Zeiten somit.
Lamara Diston only took 4 jumps today. She's been looking very, very good. This 93 shouldn't trouble her. She's had some really nice height over that 190 and 186 bars. But we are getting into real world-class territory here. 3 of the women left in the competition have cleared 2 metres. But 2 metres is an incredibly high bar. So even 193 now, this is a great height for these women to be attempting. It's not easy. She clears it with ease. She is looking phenomenal. Very, very easy. You just see how explosive and plyometric she is. She doesn't even need to build that much speed in the runway. She just has so much pop at takeoff. That is our first woman clear at 193. The bar after 193 will be 196. Patterson now on the runway. As you see Mariuchik in the background. Looks like she is entering the competition at 193. She has been waiting very patiently. Very, very nice clearance. Somewhat longer approach than what we see from some of the girls. But the thing is, as you get more experienced and more world class, the reason why some of these athletes can tolerate taking more steps is there's no point in coming in off a 10-step approach if your takeoff leg isn't strong enough or able to take the speed and power that you're bringing in off more speed. So that's why sometimes you see people only opting for like 7 steps, whereas Eleanor Patterson, very, very experienced athlete, very, very capable of coming in off that longer approach with that speed and energy and being able to still jump at takeoff effectively, even with that extra speed. And here we see the world record holder, Olympic champion, Yaroslava Mariuchuk, entering the competition at 193. She always tends to open high. She has jumped 210, you know, so this isn't a high bar for her. Very, very easy. She didn't have the best day at Zurich the other day, so she'll be looking to redeem herself on that one. And that was a very, very solid opening jump. Very, very nice. Just getting a little bit of feedback from her coach. So that is 3 women over 193. Just Herman now with her 2 more attempts before we see the bar head up to 96. We're really getting into the business end of this high jump competition now.
Es wäre persönliche Bestleistung. Es wäre ein tolles Ding hier in dieser Atmosphäre hier drüber zu springen. Also, volle Energie hier reingelegt.
What can we see from this second attempt? It was a very, very solid and very close attempt at 193. This would be a big personal best for her. Doesn't seem to phase her though. She's still attacking it and still driving, and not a bad attempt. Just looked like she was a little bit close. You see where she takes the bar off with the shoulder blades. She is someone that likes to take off far away. Let's just have a look here and let's just see whether we think she's a bit close at takeoff. Hard to say. But this would be a 2 centimeter PB for her. So things need to be perfect in order for her to get herself over this bar.
Nee, sie muss ja nochmal. Sie ist die Einzige, die nochmal muss.
20 Jahre jung übrigens erst, Joanna Herrmann.
She will have 1 more attempt at this bar, and then we are left with the top 3 ranked in this competition, attempting 96. Are we going to see someone jump over 2 meters today? I think so, and I feel like that meet record of 2 meters dead is threatened. We tend to see the women's competition always be electric every year. The men's competition yesterday was a good standard, 1 in 225. But it always seems like the women's field is electric every single year. The women love jumping here. They obviously like the boards, they like the setup. Because she is doing back-to-back consecutive jumps now. She will get a little bit more time in between jumps just to make sure she is rested and recovered.
Jungs, freut euch. Ist cool? Sehr gut. Ich meine, ihr habt euch jetzt die Mädels heute rausgesucht. Ich weiß, ihr habt gestern selber gespielt. 2-1 gewonnen gegen Frankfurt. Super. Erstes Heimspiel in Heilbronn. Ich glaube, auch einen Applaus wert. Und ich stehe hier neben Dieter Gerstum, Geschäftsführer Sport, und Dieter, ich glaube, wir dürfen du sagen zueinander. Fußball, Leichtathletik, nicht immer gleich beieinander, aber ich glaube, in Heilbronn passt es, oder?
Erstmal vielen Dank für die Einladung an die TSG Heilbronn und an die Stadt Heilbronn. Ich weiß selber, was das bedeutet, so ein Event auf die Beine zu stellen. Man braucht sehr viele Ehrenamtliche und die gibt es heute leider nicht mehr so oft. Also da muss man größten Respekt zollen, eine super Veranstaltung. Auch wir möchten uns bedanken. Wir möchten uns bedanken als Verein für die super Aufnahme in Heilbronn. Also unsere Spieler fühlen sich sehr wohl. Ich denke, wir sind sehr gut angekommen. Auch gestern das Spiel ist sehr gut angenommen worden von den Zuschauern. Ich hoffe, alle, die heute hier sind, vielleicht habt ihr am 12. September Zeit gegen Mainz und wir sehen uns dann im Frankenstadion.
Super, vielen Dank, Dieter. Ich würde mich freuen, wenn wir nächstes Jahr uns wieder hier beim Hochsprung sehen und vielleicht dann wieder mal Drittligist reden. Euch alles Gute für die Saison.
Sehr schön. Und wenn dann auch im Frankenstadion die neue Leichtathletikbahn drin ist.
We are awaiting the third and final jump of Joanna Herrmann.
Leichtathletik und Fußball Hand in Hand.
This would be a 2 centimeter PB for her. It's in 2 very good attempts.
Und hochkarätig geht es jetzt auch hier auf der Bahn auf dem Marktplatz weiter. Eine Chance hat sie noch, ihre persönliche Bestleistung zu steigern. Und ich würde sagen, jetzt braucht es noch mehr Energie. Sie wissen schon, wie es läuft.
Here we go. Third and final attempt.
Und hinstellen. Also, vielen Dank, liebes Publikum, dass Sie so mitmachen.
Everyone is up in the crowd to support their local hero, Joanna Herman. Her third and final attempt at a big PB of 193. She's asking for the crowd. What can she do here on this third and final attempt? This will be a 2 centimeter PB and very, very close attempt. Best jump of the 193s. I think she will look back at those videos and chat to her coach and be really, really motivated with how good those attempts were. She's put on quite a performance here today for a home crowd. Very, very close attempt. What a day for Joanna Herman. The bar will go up to 196 now, and we have 3 women left in. We have Ukraine's Mariuchuk, Jamaica Distin, and we have Australia's Elena Patterson.
Lasset die Spiele beginnen. 1,96 Meter werden ausgemessen. Das also die nächste Sprunghöhe. Und wenn wir die Chance haben, machen wir noch einen kurzen Werbeclip, glaube ich, und dann geht es in die nächsten Sprünge.
Die gewinnt es heute auch hier.
Also, wenn der umkommen wird, dann würden Sie jetzt gerade sehen. Ansonsten bleibt nochmal zu loben alle Sponsoren. Sie sehen die vielen Banden. Oliver Blumenstock hat schon
Lamara Distin will be up first to attempt this new height of 196. All 3 women, beautiful clearances at 193. Let's see if we can get all 3 of these women over this 196 bar.
1,96 Meter sind ausgemessen. Das ist absolute Weltklasse, die wir jetzt hier zu sehen bekommen.
Apart from that first jump of the day, Lamara Distin has been faultless. She's been flawless. The height she has shown over the bars has been magnificent.
Lamara Distin.
.196. First to attempt 196. Can put the pressure on her other competitors by clearing this the first time of asking. That is something that is really important in the high jump and the pole vault, is count back failures that you carry, because it can mean the difference between first and second and third. Beautiful clearance, very, very nice. She's happy. That was a nice clearance. Did really well to get her feet out of the way of that bar. She just very close to it with her back, but clears it nonetheless. That will put pressure on Patterson. She will want to clear this first time of asking.
Zweifache Siegerin hier bei diesem Meeting, die Weltmeisterin von 2022.
Lamara Distin is just outside for that Ultimate Championship, so a good result here will bump her points up. Can Elena Patterson follow in the footsteps and clear 196? She's had 2 attempts to make so far. She's been looking brilliant, and that's another nice clearance. We have ourselves a high jump comp here. 2 beautiful clearances at 196, and it doesn't even look like we're getting close to what these women are capable of here today. Very, very nice. These three women will be looking at getting close to clearing the 2 metre barrier today. That's what they will want. They'll have their eyes set on 2 metres. Mariuchuk taking this bar, 96. If we see a clearance here, the bar will go up to 98. Can she join the other two over this bar? Only a second jump of the competition. So much more energy and freshness left in those legs. So much speed. Pretty much sprints at the high jump bar, which is a very unique style, but it really does help her and stands her in good stead. You can just see the amount of speed and energy she brings in. It's like she's doing the long jump. There's no floatiness, there's no kind of control. She just brings in so much speed and energy. And then we see another magnificent clearance. That's 3 women over 96. The bar will go up to 98, and it will be Lamara Distin first up for that attempt.
Ein Hochsprungmeeting erfordert sehr viel Zeit, sehr viel Engagement und da stecken auch viele dahinter.
Ja, auf jeden Fall, definitiv. Und ganz ehrlich, wenn man das heute so erlebt, hier auf dem Marktplatz gestern erlebt hat, jede Stunde, die wir 6 jetzt verbracht haben, das ganze Jahr, war mega gut investiert. Es macht so viel Spaß, hier dabei zu sein. Echt super. Und wenn Sie können sich heute sehr, sehr wohl fühlen hier. Wir haben mit Dr. Boris Brandt, unseren Orthopäden hier, und mit dem Marcel Meyer, unseren Physiotherapeuten, bei dem die Athletinnen und Athleten auch regelmäßig Gebrauch machen. Alles gut, kann Ihnen aus eigener Erfahrung sagen, beide können ihren Job richtig gut. Wenn Sie mal was haben, da können Sie vorbei bei Medikos oder Therapie und Reha, Marcel Meyer und der Guggenbach oder Heilbronn. Richtig, richtig gut, das passt. Und wenn wir heute unseren DJ Adli Fercici wieder hören und unseren Robert Gigling an der Trompete, macht es richtig Spaß. Also Sie sind ja richtig. Haben Sie weiter Spaß, lassen Sie weiter lachen, die Mädels machen das auch. Super.
Also, Electronic Trumpet, der Künstlername von beiden zusammen, das ist das Duo, das uns hier rhythmisch begleitet.
This is actually the last competition for Lamara Distin to get herself qualified for those Ultimate Champs. The qualification period ends on the 1st of September. And as I mentioned before, she is just 7 points away from qualifying. I think that 96 really has stood her in good stead, but if she can just get another couple of bars under her belt, she will probably secure a place in that road to the ultimate. And that is a competition that lots of athletes will have set in their sights. The prize money for that, if you win, £150,000. So a lot of athletes want to be going there, give themselves the best possible chance to fight for that money. Here we go. Lamara Distin really needs this. Quite capable of going over this bar. He's been looking incredible today. Clearly likes the setup, enjoys the run. Can we see a clean clearance at 98 for Lamara Distin? Yes, we can. Wow! What a brilliant clearance. That was better than a 93. That was so high over the bar. This lady is set for 2 meters today, I'm sure. That was a brilliant jump. Wow. Fabulous. Fabulous jump. Certainly put the pressure on some of these other athletes. The bar is at 198. 3 of the best women in the world right now going after it. Can Eleanor Patterson follow in Lamara Distin's footsteps and clear this 198? Distin is carrying that failure from that very first jump, and Eleanor Patterson and Yaroslava Mariuchuk are carrying no failures. which could be important when it comes to the end of this competition. What can Patterson do? 198, first attempt, clearance! Wow, this is a spectacular high jump competition. We're going to have potentially 3 women going at 2 meters. Fabulous. This is the highest she has jumped here at this competition. 196 was the highest she's jumped. Now it's 198. She really does love competing at this competition, and that is great to see. 3 clearances. 4 clearances. 4 clean. Brilliant. 198, Mariuchuk. She has been looking good today. Couldn't get over this bar the other day in Zurich. Got trapped in a little bit of a passing game, but has been looking good today. Can we see a third woman go over 98 clean? So much speed and energy, and yes, we can. 3 women over 98 attempting 2 meters. Fabulous, fabulous comp we have here on our hands. And all of them don't look anywhere near done in this competition. They're clearing these bars fabulously. The bar will go up to 2 meters.
Meine Damen und Herren, wird es jetzt soweit sein. 2 Meter glatt werden jetzt ausgemessen und wir haben sage und schreibe 3 Springerinnen hier noch im Wettkampf dabei. Was für ein Weltklasse-Wettkampf hier in Heilbronn. Und
2 meters for those that don't follow or know too much about high jump. Is an incredibly high bar for women in the high jump. So to be having 3 women in this one competition attempting 2 meters is a brilliant standard competition. Very, very exciting. Lamara Diston will be the first up to attempt 2 meters, and this is her PB. It will equal her PB.
Meter glatt sind ausgemessen. Ich bin 1,93 groß und Ihr Türrahmen zu Hause hat diese berühmten 2 Meter. Also, damit Sie wieder zu Hause sich das mal vorstellen können, was für eine großartige Sprunghöhe, die hier ausgemessen ist. Wenn man es mal in Mehrkampfpunkten, ich komme ja eigentlich aus dem Zehnkampf, und wenn man da diese Punkte mal ausrechnet, dann entsprechen 2 Meter bei den Männern im Vergleich einer.
She has actually never jumped 2 meters outside, outdoors. She jumped her 2 meter national record back in February 2024. She's jumped 196 this season, and that was recently in Zurich. So that 198 is an outdoor PB. So 2 meters now would be the best she has ever jumped outdoors. This would be a further outdoor PB. She is very, very capable of doing this, given what we just saw at 198. She still has 3 attempts at this bar, so even if she fails it on her first one, she can come back a further 2 times and get things right. Like, it's great that all these women have 3 attempts at 2 meters. Can't see her go over this first time of asking. What can Lamara Diston do at this 2 meter bar? The first time she would ever go over 2 meters outdoors, and she just puts her hand out. Needs to believe it. She needs to look at how she cleared 98 and think 2 meters is well capable of doing this. Just needs a little bit of confidence. It's funny how the mind plays tricks when all of a sudden you're looking at the board and it says 2 meters.
Die nächste, die hier diese Chance nutzen kann, 2 Meter. Eleanor Patterson aus Australien. Sie ist dieses Jahr schon 2 Meter gesprungen und sie ist diese 2 Meter auch auf deutschem Boden gesprungen. Beim Tag der Überflieger in Essen, also eine ähnliche Anlage.
Next up, Eleanor Patterson has cleared over 2 meters multiple times.
Aber trotzdem schon auch nah dran an den Springerinnen und Springern, das Publikum heute noch näher dran.
Can she be the first to clear this bar here today?
Mehr Energie für die Springerinnen. Es wird nochmals ganz genau nachgemessen, diese 2 Meter, denn wir sind
Funny how
absoluten Spitzenbereich.
a number can really just get in your head psychologically, and 2 meters just sounds so different to 198, whereas actually if the bar was at 2 meters when all of these athletes were clearing 198, the chances are they would have all cleared it.
Damit diese Leistungen am Ende auch in die Weltjahresbestenliste eingeht.
Just giving it another measure again. I think Lamara, because she pushed down on it on her hand, they just want to calibrate it again and make sure the bar is exactly what it should be.
Nicht Jaroslava Mahucic. Sie ist aktuell doch, sie ist ganz oben. Sie ist im World Ranking auf Platz 2. Punktewertung kompliziert, erkläre ich Ihnen jetzt lieber nicht. Weltjahresbestenliste, aber da geht es um die Leistung 2,03 Meter. Da ist Jaroslava an der Nummer 1. So, alles eingemessen, alles bereit, we're ready. Also 2 Meter, erster Versuch für Eleanor Patterson. You wanna have it? No music? Okay, keine Musik.
I think she's asking for no music, each to their own. She wants to stay focused, she wants to be in the zone.
You wanna have it quiet? No clapping?
She wants quiet. Very different, what different athletes want and preferences. There once was a German high jumper, actually, in the Europeans, I think it was, who wanted complete silence in her jumps. And here is Eleanor Patterson for 2 meters. Yes, she clears it! Wow, what a clearance. Brilliant, brilliant clearance. And she can be forgiven for wanting absolute silence if she's going to do a jump like that. Brilliant, brilliant clearance. That equals the meet record for women here. Wow. Brilliant, brilliant clearance from her. Barely even gives it a tickle. See how much that means to her. She has been having a great season so far.
Und auch sie feuern wir an. Sie ist jemand, der die Party mag. Also, erster Versuch, 2 Meter.
Has only been over 2 meters 4 other times, so top 5 results for her there. Perfect, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Season's best this year is 2 meters, which she jumped out in Budapest. As we see Ryuchuk now, her first attempt at 2 meters. Can she join Eleanor Patterson? No, she can't. That didn't look like she came off the ground terribly well. A little bit flat into it. She has been, that 98 clearance was so high over it, but it just looked like a little bit flat at takeoff.
Eine richtig hohe Anlaufgeschwindigkeit. Und sobald hier das Timing nicht ganz passt, segelt sie rein in die Anlage. Also nochmals die Chance durch ihre Trainerin hier, das zu korrigieren. Wir nochmals die letzten Tipps.
So Distin and Myuchik will come back for second time attempts.
Es wird nochmals nachgemessen.
For 2 meters. Eleanor Patterson, Commonwealth champion from earlier this year. Lamara Distin, 4th in that.
frühere College-Studentin an der Texas A&M, war sie Studentin in den USA.
Can Lamara Diston clear this 2 meters and break her personal best? Again, that 198 is a PB.
Wir sind bereit, wir geben alles, damit auch sie jetzt hier drüber springen. 2 Meter,
Never jumped 2 meters outdoors. Been having an okay outdoors, a little bit hit and miss, a couple in the 180s, mostly the mid to low 190s. So this performance today of 198, she did clear 196 in Zurich a couple days ago. She clearly is rounding into form. That 198 is an outdoor PB. Can she clear 2 meters outdoors for the first time ever? Very, very capable of doing so. She has looked brilliant today. Can she actually give a good attempt on this first one? No. She just pulls the bar down again, which is such a shame. If she was to just replicate the same 198 jump, she would clear 2 meters. So easy for me to sit here and say that. But she's well capable of doing this today. It's just whether her mind will let her do it. She will have one more attempt. She has only left herself with 1 attempt now to figure it out. The 2 attempts we've seen, she's pushed the bar away, haven't really been proper attempts. Mariuszek asking for the crowd. Wants the crowd to get behind her, she's asking for a clap. 2 meters. Not a bad attempt. That first time of asking, just a little bit flat. Needs to make sure that even though she's bringing in the speed in the run, that she can still tolerate that takeoff and jump tall. Can she join Patterson here at 2 meters? Yes! Oh, very, very close. She's practically over it and then just didn't get her feet out of the way in time. What a shame. That was such a better jump. You see her tall at takeoff, way over it, and just clips it with the heels. 2 more attempts, 1 from each of our athletes.
Günther, mal ganz kurz du als Experte auch im Hochsprung und speziell auch im Frauenhochsprung mit Ariane Friedrich, mit Heike Henke. Gib uns mal eine kleine Einschätzung, die 2 Meter bei der Frau, was ist das so ungefähr in den Männern, dass man braucht ja immer 5 Frauen.
Ja, also ich muss sagen, im Augenblick sind die 2 Meter bei weitem mehr als noch vor 20 Jahren. Ariane hat sehr, sehr viele Wettbewerbe.
Season's best this year from Mariuszek is 2:01. Has jumped 2:03 indoors, but mainly outdoors. We've had a couple of 197s, a 196, 191. So she hasn't been as I mean, she's pretty much unbeaten this outdoor season apart from at Zurich and at London Diamond League, but she usually wins the competitions by 4 or 5 centimeters. So the rest of the field are a lot closer to her this season, so it will make for very interesting competition at both Brussels and at the Ultimate Championships. But we still have 1 more attempt from Diston and 1 more attempt from Mariuszek. Can either of these join Patterson over 2 meters? The bar next will be 2:02, which will be an equal PB for Patterson.
Als Hochsprungteam, ich glaube, wirklich ein Traum in Erfüllung gegangen, die 3 Mädels heute jetzt über 2 Meter, dann hoffentlich alle 3 noch zu zählen. Ich glaube, die können das alle, die performen das heute noch. Und Sie als Publikum, ihr werdet die drüber tragen, da bin ich sicher, euer Anfeuerung. Und ich glaube, jetzt gilt es ja dann nachher wieder, wenn die Mädels so weit sind, jetzt ist wieder Klatsch, Stampf, Schrei, alles. Wir müssen morgen abbauen, das hilft uns schon. Alles gut, lasst's raus. Bremst euch nicht, gebt alles in Heilbronn und ihr seid einfach nur mega.
Genau so sieht's aus. Zweimal dritte Versuche jetzt bei diesen 2 Meter. Und sie macht sich bereit. Ready when you are. 2 Meter. Wir stehen.
Lamara Distin up on her feet.
2 Meter. Dritter Versuch.
Ready for her third and final attempt. Can she give us a good attempt at this bar? We've seen 2 kind of bails on the jump. Can we see a good attempt? She is quite capable of clearing this physically, but mentally, can she allow herself to do it? She has already broke her PB. 198 is a PB, and sometimes it's really hard to get yourself back up when you've had that emotional adrenaline dump after a big personal best. But she's been so controlled today, so clinical. Today is the day that she can clear 2 meters, but can she let her mind do it? Can Lamara Distin clear 2 meters outdoors for the first time ever? Here she goes, third and final attempt at 2 meters. Can she clear it? Oh, very, very close. If she'd have done that on her first attempt, she'd have left herself 2 more really good attempts at clearing it. But she is happy. She's broke her personal best today. She's had a great competition. She's put herself in the best possible place to get herself in that ultimate championships by coming, you know, second or third in this competition with a height of 198. She's really rounding into form at the end of this season, which is great to see. She finishes the PB of 198. Next up, Mariuchuk for her third and final attempt at 2 meters. We saw a very, very close attempt on that second.
Den Sieg hier auch in Heilbronn nochmal Eleanor Patterson streitig zu machen. Aber selbst wenn sie jetzt drüber springt, ist sie noch nicht mal in Führung, denn Eleanor hat bisher alle Versuche im ersten Versuch geschafft. Alle Höhen im ersten. Und jetzt geht es wirklich ans Eingemachte. Sie konzentriert sich nochmal und sobald sie soweit ist, ready when you are, wird sie sich erheben und dann
getting herself in the zone, getting herself ready. She knows she's quite capable of clearing this. It still is a high bar that she needs to respect, but she is very capable of doing so. What can she do? Can she join Patterson here over this 2 meter bar? Here we go, third and final attempt for Yaroslava Mariuchuk. Can she join Patterson over this 2 meter barrier? Here we go, speedy run, yes she can, brilliant clearance. Gives it a little tickle, but great, great, great clearance. Now the bar will go up to 202, which will be a meet record for the women, with both women attempting it. Brilliant. Much better jump. Little brush. But very, very, very nice clearance. So the bar will move up to 202, which is a meet record. Can either of these women make it over this new height? Eleanor Patterson winning on countback. She is yet to record a single failure today, which is incredibly impressive.
Und mit 2:02 ist man in der Weltrangliste dann in diesem Jahr auf Position 2 Nur Jaroslava Mahucic ist in der Hallensaison einmal 2:03 gesprungen, aber auch Jaroslava ist in der Freiluftsaison dieses Jahr noch nie so hoch gesprungen wie diese Höhe, die jetzt hier ausgemessen wird. 2:02.
The bar is set and Eleanor Patterson will be the first woman to attempt this.
Ich weiß, dass Günther Eisinger natürlich schon immer hart verhandelt, aber Olli, jetzt könnte es schon langsam teuer werden für euch, oder?
Ah, das ist alles egal. Wir lassen die Mädels heute hier richtig fliegen. Und wir haben gerade gesagt, wenn das, egal in welche Höhe geht, wir 6 legen zusammen. Das ist wurscht. Man muss die Wettkämpfe und die Tage genießen, wie sie kommen. Und das machen wir heute mit Ihnen gemeinsam hier. Und dann schauen wir mal, wo es hingeht.
Just a recap of the results. In 12th place, Joanna Göring with that 182 clearance. Then Asia Tavernini 11th with 182. Then we had Carmen Bruce 186, Liliana Pettori 186, Dorothea Gantert 186. Those brilliant attempts at that personal best. Then in 7th was Charity Hufnagel with 186, Yulia Levchenko 5th, equal 5th with Michaela Huber, both 86. Then we had Joanna Herman 190 and Lamara Diston 198, and we currently have Eleanor Patterson and Yaroslava Mariuchuk both clear at 2 meters, attempting 2:02, a stadium/meet record. Both of these women will have 3 attempts at this new high of 2:02. This would be an equal personal best for Eleanor Patterson. She has done 5 jumps, 5 makes. She really is in the zone. She's not asked for silence this time. She's happy with the music. What can she do with this first attempt at 2:02? This would be a personal best and a meet record. Very good attempt, but not quite. Good attempt. Just needs a little bit more height at takeoff, I think. Let's have a look. The usual bouncy, springy run up. Good height. Just kind of clatters it off with her lower back and feet. A little bit scrappy. She will get 2 more attempts. She's getting help from Marco Fazzanotti today. Such fine margins when you're coaching someone at that height.
Jetzt habe ich es übersetzt bekommen.
Next up, Mariuchuk for her first attempt. Because there are only 2 athletes left in now, they will have a couple minutes in between each jump to make sure they are fully recovered, as we see Yaroslava Mariuchuk on the runway for her first attempt at 2:02. She's currently in 2nd place on countback because of those 2 misses at 2 meters. But if she was to clear this first time of asking, she would go into the lead. She hasn't cleared higher than this outdoors. She has indoors, but a season's best outdoors is 2:01, so this would be a season's best for her. Can she clear 2:02 for a season's best and a meet record? No. Just a little bit dying onto the bar. high enough in the air, but she's just, you can just see how she just hasn't whipped all of her body over the bar and just kind of lies and dies on the bar. Looked like she maybe took off a little bit too far away. She kind of cut the curve a little bit sharply, but she tends to sometimes do that because of how fast and how much speed she's bringing in. She can't afford to really do a long curve coming in because of how fast she is running. So you do typically see her like dart inwards. Looks like we're going to have an interview from Barshim here, who is the founder of the What Gravity Tour.
Well, first of all, I'm here as a fan. I enjoy the competition. It's amazing.
See if we can listen to this.
Amazing jump from the women. I want to say something. Then somebody's going to get upset. I'm a good friend with everyone. But first, congratulations for Destiny. She made really, really great jumps. Congratulations for Coach Yannick. Good job. Keep it up. Yaroslava and Eleanor. Very, very interesting. Enjoy these fights. This is the kind of stuff that you don't know what to expect. When you have a great competition like that in the rivalry, anybody just want to win, and then all of a sudden great things happen. So let's keep it up and wish you all the best.
Barshim is the founder of this kind of What Gravity Tour, and we've seen one in Monaco, we've seen a couple indoors, we've seen one in Doha. Basically, you collect points as you go along, and this is the final now. The final of the What Gravity Tour. He's very passionate about high jump. He's very passionate about raising awareness for high jump and bringing it to the streets so that people can see what high jump's about. You know, anyone who's walking down the street can come across this high jump competition and watch it. So it's not a matter of buying a ticket, an expensive ticket to a stadium to watch it. You can just kind of be wandering past, and if you're a young boy or a young girl, it's great that they have the opportunity to see what these marvellous events are. But we're back to the action. 2:02, second attempt for Eleanor Patterson. Both of these women had good attempts in that first round of attempts. Both look quite capable of clearing. It's just a matter of who can put the best jump together. Eleanor Patterson, second attempt, 2:02. This would be equal personal best outdoors. It would be a big season's best for her. It would give her so much confidence going into the Diamond League final, Brussels, next weekend. Can she clear the bar? Very, very close attempt. That was better than her first. See, she was slightly close to that first upright, which is slightly different to what we've seen throughout the day. Be interesting to get a replay on that just to see. Let's have a look. Nice run. Little bit clatters through it. She will have one more attempt. Such fine margins when you're operating at this kind of level. The smallest of tweak can make the smallest of difference. So it's just about picking and choosing what they think is going to work best for them in the moment. She will have one more attempt.
Hat sie sich großartig entwickelt, hat alle Nachwuchswettbewerbe gewonnen, U18-Weltmeisterin, U20-Weltmeisterin und so weiter und so fort. Und jetzt ist die Frage, komplettiert sie die Sammlung auch mit dem Sieg in Heilbronn? Wir sind gespannt. Jetzt gilt es, zweiter Versuch bei 2,2 Meter für die Dame aus der Ukraine, für Jaroslava Maruchik.
Next up for her second attempt, Jaroslava Maruchik. We saw a good attempt from her on that first one. Second attempt. Can Maruchik steal the lead from Eleanor Patterson with this clearance? Not quite. Very, very close attempt. Closer than that first one. And I think she's looking like she's closer to clearing it than Eleanor is with her current attempts. Eleanor Patterson will want to clear this bar. She is currently in 4th place in the women's overall standings for the Watt Gravity Tour. But she has the means, if she wins this, to go top, and that means €7,500, which for a high jumper is great prize money. The top is €7,500, second is 4,500, and third is 3,000. So Patterson is currently sitting 4th on 16 points, and Topic, who's not here, is sitting on 22 points. Lamara Dustin is currently sitting 2nd in 19. So it will be interesting to see which one of those comes out on top.
Ein Sprung bleibt jeder noch. Einmal alles geben für diese 2,2 Meter, hier den Sieg zu holen. Und Olli.
There are points for height and there are points for the ranking. So it's a very interesting tour concept. I think it's really good to promote both wanting to win but also wanting to jump a good height. So I think it will be very close between Patterson and Lamara Diston for the win in this tour.
Frederick, you had a great competition with the men. I think we need next year the women, right?
Oh, okay. Thank you for the invitation. For sure we will organize that next year. And today I'm really proud.
Third and final attempt at 2:02 for both Patterson and Mariucik will be coming up very shortly. Both women have been very close to clearing this. Both women will want to be the outright meet record holder. Currently, they're both sharing it with a German athlete that won last year, Tina.
Eleanor, you want to have music or not? Let's get some music, right? Yeah, okay.
He's asking Eleanor if he wants music or not, and she said yes, let's play the music. Eleanor Patterson up on the runway for her third and final attempt at 2:02.
Mindestens, würde ich mal sagen. Also, dritter Versuch, 2,2 Meter, Musik ab für Eleanor Patterson.
Both women very capable of clearing this. Just need to put all the elements together. This is an incredibly high bar, so the jump needs to be nigh on perfect. Can either of these two women deliver a perfect jump and snatch the lead from one another? Says Eleanor Patterson is in second, but that is not true. She is currently in first, given how little misses she's had versus Mariucik. Can she clear 2:02, equaling her PB, snatching the meet record? Can she clear this on the third time of asking? Yes, she can! Brilliant jump. What a result. What a jump. Equal PB. You can just see what that means to her. What a jump. 2:02 gives the bar a good rattle, but it stays on. And brilliant clearance for Eleanor. Really piles the pressure on Mariucik. She is the outright meet record holder with 2:02, equaling her personal best. Fabulous jumping from Eleanor. Will she carry on and go higher? It's easy to sit here and say, why would she not? But when you've jumped a big personal best like that and had a big dump of emotion, you know, she's got two really big competitions coming up. She's got the Diamond League final in Brussels next weekend, and then the weekend after that she has the Ultimate Championships. All it takes for her is to just tweak something and she's out of those. So she needs to be looking after her body. She needs to be thinking about sensible decisions. She's just jumped an outdoor PB. Does she want to go higher or not? That will be the question she is asking herself. Can Yaroslava Mariucik clear this? Even if she does, she does not go into the lead. Can she clear 2:02 and join Eleanor over that bar? This would be a season's best for her. What can she deliver off the back of that clearance? No, not to be today. Just kind of dies in it. That second time attempt we saw from Mariuchuk, that was the best of the day for her at 2:02, but no, that one just, she looks like she's saying she put her foot out, put on the brakes, and it did look like that. It looked like she really was dying into the bar. Very good day, 2 meters from her. What a brilliant women's high jump competition we've had here this afternoon. The question will be, will Elena Patterson carry on, or will she stop the competition now? Trying to pick up on whether I'm seeing anything from Elena. Looks like she's speaking to the official and maybe putting the bar up to something, so she might take an attempt or a couple of attempts at a bigger bar. Let's see. Looks like she's still in the competition so far.
Nicht meine getippten 2:04, sondern 2,05 Meter werden jetzt aufgelegt.
The bar is going up, it is being calibrated. Let's see if I can get a look at the scoreboard. It's not up on the scoreboard yet. Just see how high the bar is relative to these people stood underneath it. It really is such an impressive height. The height is up on the board, but I can't quite see it.
Wir suchen noch jemanden, der das bestätigt. Ich weiß es ehrlicherweise nicht. Would that be Australian record? It would be. Okay, also. Marco hat es bestätigt, es wäre neuer Landesrekord. Auch für uns immer gut zu wissen, weil da nochmal ganz genau nachgemessen werden muss, damit auch dieser Rekord, wenn sie es springt, auch anerkannt wird. Also. Einmal nochmal durchatmen und dann geht hier die Flugshow weiter.
What height is she going to? That is the question.
Und mit 2,05 wird sie um weitere 3 Zentimeter steigern. Wir geben hier nochmal einen Moment zum Durchatmen. Nochmal einmal Kräfte sammeln, denn jetzt geht's wirklich ans Eingemachte.
Looks like it's 2:05. That is an incredibly high bar
Und offensichtlich
for
haben
Elena Patterson.
australische Rekorde auch schon Tradition. Mir wurde gerade zugeflüstert, in Eberstadt haben die Männer ihren australischen Rekord aufgestellt. Das wäre doch eine schöne Sache. Männer in Eberstadt, Frauen in Heilbronn. Das wäre eine runde Geschichte. Und jetzt kommt sie auf die große Bühne des Hochsprungs hier in Heilbronn. Sie steht schon fest als Siegerin, aber es steht noch nicht fest, mit welcher Höhe hier sie den Titel in Heilbronn.
Looks like she will be taking her attempts at 2:05.
Auflagen dann gewinnt. Sie macht sich bereit. Wir sind es auch. Also, es kann losgehen. 2,05 Meter sind eingemessen. Erster Versuch für die Australierin Elena Patterson.
What can she do here at this new height of 2:05? This would be an Australian national record, currently held by Nicola Oleslagers at 2:04, set back in 2005. So the 2:05 significance is this is an Australian record. That was a good attempt. Considering we've just gone up 3 centimetres, then her PB, that was a good attempt. She didn't just do a half-hearted attempt. That was a full-on, I'm giving this my all. If we look here, she's high enough in the air. Yes, it looks like she clatters it down, but she is high enough in the air to get over that, which is incredibly exciting.
Ja, weil sie die nicht geschafft hat, erhöhe ich gleich nochmal, oder was?
Looks like she will be taking all 3 attempts at this height. She will get quite a few minutes in between each of these jumps. Being the only athlete in the competition, need to make sure that an athlete is fully recovered in between jumps, so she will take her time and make sure she is prepared. So we wouldn't be surprised if she takes anywhere between 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Dürfen wir wiederkommen?
Wir bestehen drauf.
Also ich glaube, der Hein muss nächstes Jahr seine Urlaubsplanung echt einmal stark überdenken, weil ich glaube, dieses Jahr hat er gestern eine mega Show und heute eine Wahnsinnsleistung und zweimal ein ultra cooles Publikum verpasst. Also gebe ihm bitte den Tipp nächstes Jahr richtig den Kalenderplaner, wenn Urlaubsverbot, okay?
Also ich gehe davon aus, er wird nächstes Jahr mit Sicherheit dabei sein.
Elena Patterson will have 2 more attempts. At 2:05, an Australian record, taking it off of Nicola Oleslager's compatriot and fierce friend and rival. What a high jump competition we have witnessed here today. Lamara Distin with her outright PB of 98, and then we have seen Mayuchuk with her clearance of 2 meters, and now Elena Patterson equaling her PB at 2:02 and attempting the Australian national record. Fabulous high jumping. The women's competition never ceases to amaze. Every single year is incredibly strong. The women really bring their A game to this competition. Elena in particular clearly loves jumping here in the streets of Germany at this competition. She has been here for every single edition, won it twice before, now this is her 3rd time. Australian record 2:05, an area record and a national record for 2:05. What can she do? We saw a very, very close, a good, I wouldn't say close, but a good attempt on that first attempt at 2:05. It showed to me that she is capable of doing it. 2 more attempts, 2 more chances to learn. Can she clear 2:05? Considering she's cleared everything clean, pretty much, she's conserved a lot of energy, so she should have energy in her legs to clear this. It's just her mind. What can her mind let her do? 2:05, area record and national record. No, not quite as good an attempt. Just pulled it down with her back and her arms. Whether she clears it or not, it's a good opportunity for her to get a sighter as to how high this bar looks.
Alle Kräfte müssen mobilisiert werden, letztendlich solch eine Weltklasse-Höhe zu überspringen. Noch keine Frau ist in diesem Jahr über solch eine Höhe gesprungen.
Not as good an attempt as that first one. She will have 1 more attempt.
Damit auch alles passt für diesen Sprung. Und schon mal mit ein bisschen Blick nach vorne. Die eingefleischten Kenner hier wissen es. Wir machen dann unmittelbar nach dem Wettkampf direkt die Siegerehrung. Gestern waren auch ganz, ganz viele Menschen hier noch zur Siegerehrung und wollten hier mitfeiern und die Siegerinnen und Sieger ehren. Und sie hat sich gerade dazu entschieden, sie beendet den Wettkampf als Siegerin.
Does that look like she has finished the competition for the day? She waves to the crowd. I don't think she wants to risk it anymore. She has some incredibly important competitions coming up. but we're going to hear from her now.
Eleanor, thank you so much, but all the girls, thank you so much for this afternoon. It was so great to have you here, to have this competition with you. Thank you. Eleanor, third time in Heilbronn, third time win. That's so great. Thank you for that. What's your feeling now? Let us go within and let us give us a little bit from your heart.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. You helped me get over that bar, but also to the girls, especially Jaroslava. She's always pushed me and she set the standard. But Lamar as well, phenomenal, and I'm just very, very grateful right now. I seem to really like jumping in Germany, so thank you so much.
Eleanor, thank you so much. You can go back. We prepare the ceremony and we see you later. Thank you to have you here. Thank you for this great afternoon. We enjoy and you enjoy. Thank you.
Well, what a brilliant show all of these high jump women have given us today, especially Eleanor Patterson with that marvellous 202 and those good attempts at 205. That will really give her confidence that that is close and achievable. Well, thank you so much for joining this European athletics coverage of this women's high jump competition today. It has been absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Good evening. Bye.
Zu Ehren, vorwiegend die Springerinnen heute. Und es gibt natürlich gleich auch noch die Auswertung der What Gravity Tour. Die What Gravity Tour haben Sie gestern schon gelernt, wurde heute auch schon verkündet. Ein Wettkampf über mehrere Stationen, bei den Frauen waren es 2, hier ist die zweite Station. Eine Tour, die von Muttersparschim ins Leben gerufen wurde. Und wir ehren also auch hier die What Gravity Tour der Frauen. Und auch hier ist die Auswertung schon vorliegend.
Bleib doch mal geschwind auf der.
Auch schon